All right. Hello, everybody. We're live from the actual studio for once in a long, long time. I'm waiting for my fellow beardsmen to come along. That's what took me so long. I sent you the link, boys. Fair enough. Fair enough. Jail Warren just messaged me right now saying that he's taking care of the dogs so they don't, and I quote, bark up a storm. But we have the semi-bearded beardsman here with us right now. Tony, what's the fucking story, man?
I'm just marveling at how fucking lucky you are.
Yeah, I am.
So, yes, you are. Like, so you send a message at 4 a.m. Like, and
shit,
and
I forgot you were upside down land. Fuck.
Yeah, so you're pretty lucky. I was conscious to read it. Actually,
That was actually great timing.
Yes, it turned out. So I woke up. I went to bed early, and I woke up and couldn't get back to sleep. And I've gone, screw it. I'll pick up my phone, and there's a Discord. There's a Discord message, and I've gone, oh, that'll be from hours ago. And it's gone, nope, now.
Like right fucking now.
Right fucking now. I've gone, okay.
I haven't heard anything from Johnny. No sign of Johnny. We got JL though.
Johnny is a busy gentleman. So
yeah, that is since he started the OnlyFans stuff, he's just been non-stop on the go.
Yes.
Which explains why he's been walking funny too.
Could well do.
It didn't take long for this to descend into that kind of conversation, but I have a special treat actually for everybody today.
Is that?
It is. Now, I haven't tested these out, so I don't know how fucking crazy this one's going to be, but it looks a bit more substantial than your standard one, and it kind of looks like a solid rocket motor. And hold on, is it a sparkler? I better make sure it is. I'm pretty sure it's a sparkler. Fuck it, we'll find out. I'm sure.
Okay, yeah,
because it's got a stick, pointy fucking piece that looks like it maybe goes into a cake
into the ground, or yeah.
I hadn't thought of that actually. It could be.
It looked like a rather elaborate suppository or butt plug.
Yeah, well, it may as well shove it up my ass for all the good that'll do me.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. Your biggest fan is in the house.
Oh, she's. I've blocked out some time. I got a YouTube notification for Shiz's live stream later on.
So, I missed the last one. I was in bed and I knew it was going to be another couple hours before it went live. Right. What was that one about again? That was the Miss Mandy shit again.
Yeah, it was Miss Mandy.
Yeah, fuck's sakes. I'm going mad. I missed that one. What?
She's well, to give her credit, she's very much a great advertisement for the benefits of mental health support.
Absolutely.
She could really benefit from some. On the other hand, mental health support is only really worthwhile if you can A, shut up long enough for your therapist to get a word in edgewise, and B, are in the habit of listening to what other people say.
Absolutely.
And not filtering it. So
here comes trouble.
Might be a bit of an impediment.
We got JL Warren looking slim as fuck, by the way.
And yeah, and I've actually put on weight. So you guys are
you've borrowed it from JL.
I did. JL, you've unmuted yourself just as I said that. So well done.
Yeah, I saw that I was muted, so.
Where's the other arsehole?
He's in America. It's JL's job. When he said he was out wrangling the dogs, I thought he was going to fetch Johnny.
Oh,
well, he
fired.
He is the dog that cannot be wrangled. That is
right.
That is the truth of it.
Absolutely can't. He's unwranglable. I'm actually surprised I got that whole word out in one go. Just one attempt. Jail, you handsome devil, Peter Flemberg says.
I'm just trying to reveal what was hidden underneath everything. So It was, it was there. Like, it, Irish. You saw me at that, the big point, but now I'm just revealing what was hidden underneath all of that.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. That was just survival muscle.
That's
That's all that was.
You're pretty much.
Yeah, fucking A. But like you literally still managed to pick me up over your head pretty much, which was fucking impressive. That hasn't happened to me since I was 3 years old. So, I don't know if you saw this, Jail, but I have a special treat for tonight.
What? Is that a urethral sounding rod? I don't know what that is.
This is not going up anybody's cock nostril. This is a serious. I think it's a sparkler. I'm not 100% sure. It could be a firework, but we are going to find out at some fucking point. There's no question about it.
He doesn't actually know what it is. I found
no. I was told it was a sparkler, and I asked him.
It appears to be an incendiary.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What
yeah. It's definitely going to make some fucking noise and flames. But I said it to my buddy, and gave it to me.
The fact that the only way Irish Demon can come up with to test it is to light it shows you all you need to know about his approach to safety.
There's some stuff written on it.
That's his scientific. That's his methodology. Is it light it on fire, see what happens?
Here's the safety information. Insert upright in soft, non-flammable material. For example, sand. Ensure firework cannot fall over. Standing sideways, light sealing paper, and retire immediately at least 1 meter.
Those
it's made in Ireland.
You sound like you're supposed to shove it up somebody's ass, right?
Yeah, shove it up someone's ass, light it, and run the fuck away.
And then step back 1 meter in case,
in case they start swinging.
Perhaps
he's been a member for 22 months as Irish Demon Science. Fuck around and find out. Exactly. It's the fastest way. It is the fastest way.
It is.
Well, you could put up a poll of people we could use as a mount for this device. Welsh
yes,
News Network,
sure ideas.
Miss Mandy,
Welsh News Network would be good.
Kaiser. There's a Chili.
Definitely.
Except
he would like it though.
No, it would just fall right out. It would
I'd have to pull the hamsters out of the way first.
It would just fall right out. I mean, we all saw what Ray looked like. And
I really do think if I put that in there, that would be very unfair on the hamsters.
That would be. Well, I'm wondering if chili is actually non-flammable. That much methamphetamine in the blood, you've got to worry about.
His skin does look like asbestos. So
it fucking really does. There's actually a thing going around at the moment. Somebody might know what this is about. Some lawyer saying that he could have his thing overturned. I don't know whether or not that's likely, but thank you so much, Demon Sister, for 10 memberships. Luke Davis, Mighty Possum, Peter Flemberg, Vlad Impaler, Fred Knotts, Adam McGuire, Lemon Tart, Byron, Domestic Terror, all got those. Thank you so much indeed. And yes, free memberships absolutely rock. Free everything rocks. Well, I don't know. Free kick in the nuts wouldn't fucking be too great.
Well, free sparkler up the ass wouldn't really help.
Yeah.
Improve your morning.
Actually, if I get to 100 new members in the next 30 seconds, I will stick this up my ass.
If I get
some fucker will probably do it just to pay to see that.
I don't even need 100. I only need 80 in order to hit 8K. So I'm 80 away from 8K.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm close. I'm hoping to hit 10 by the end of the year. That would be really cool. But
how about this then?
8,000. So.
I'll make a deal with you. If JL Warren gets 80 new subscribers by the end of this show, I will shove this up his ass and light it.
What? That wasn't in.
No, you were going to get it for free. Thank you so much, Demon Sister, for $50. Says, love Aussie accents. You look a fantabulous, JL. You actually have.
Thank you.
You look really well. I gotta say.
I say that my beard is a little bit out of control at the moment right now because I've been So things have been a little bit quiet on my channel right now because I have some friends that are going through some really difficult stuff right now, and they need me. And so I've been making myself available to them. And with the podcast, with the show, I just haven't had like the time to do all my prep work and stuff like that. So I'm kind of foregoing that and still working it piecemeal. But I get it, it gets me into a headspace because I'm here in Oklahoma and all my friends are out of state. So I'm trying my best to be available to them as best I can without, before I have to, in case I have to travel. But when I get in a headspace, I tend to landscape. So I've been spending a lot of time working in the yard and redoing the entire front planter area of the house. And I've been busting my ass outside, and it's like 103, 104 degrees outside every day out here. So I was kind of like, I'm out there working, and my beard, I wind up looking like crazy old Farmer Jim when I come in, when I'm done. It's just like beard's all like
wind up looking like him. You always look like that. I mean, fucking hell. You just look like a skinnier version of that now. That's the only difference. I gotta tell the God's honest truth, Bob Nodell's gyroscope. I totally misread your comment as Patrick Darcy is the lawyer looking up Chili's ass. I swear to God, that is exactly how I fucking stealing jobs from JM Truth.
Well, see, the difference is I actually know what I'm doing because I was a landscaper for an apartment complex property for years. So I know like what I'm doing. JM Truth is like a fake at whatever he does. And that's why we haven't seen him. We haven't seen him in years. So
actually, yeah. What's he been up to? What did he used to do again? I remember him being a big deal.
So he was, I mean, obviously he was a flat earther and everything, but he was also a filmmaker. He was trying to make it as a filmmaker. Right. And so he was like submitting his stuff. And then there was a whole like
so bad.
Yeah. And he was trying to make it as a filmmaker. And then when that wasn't panning out, he was trying to make it as kind of like a working gigs, like being hired to do like weddings and cinematography and videography for different things. And that didn't go anywhere because, when your website is so riddled with typos that nobody can read your shit, I'm not going to trust you. I'm not going to trust you editing either. So
I was going to run an idea past you guys, actually. I came across a story recently somebody sent to me. I think I might even have the voice recording. So this also goes out to anybody watching right now who wants to send in any of these kind of stories. This guy sent me a story about something he had going on, looking for advice. So I was thinking I could read it to you. I don't fucking have it here in front of me, but I remember what the story was. So if you guys are ready to lay out your wizardly knowledge here, what you guys reckon, and I'll get some input from the side chat. You guys in the side chat, let me know what you think. Right. So this guy sent me a voice message. I put it out there to people. Send me your situation, and I'll see how best I can help you. Now, caveat: I'm going to say this from the outset. If you are coming to me for advice, you have reached the bottom of the fucking barrel and then broken through it and went straight on down. So I don't know what help I can be, but it might be a bit of fun. So this guy sent me a voice message. So his wife was a couple of months pregnant and there was a family wedding, right? So his wife couldn't go to the wedding. It was over in the UK somewhere. His wife couldn't go because she was, a couple of months pregnant and she was getting morning sickness, whatever. So he went over there and her sister was also at the wedding. She was visiting from Canada. She lives in Canada. Anyway, between the jigs and the reels, he ended up hooking up with his wife's sister. Right? So we're off to a blinding fucking start here, right?
Never shit where you eat.
Never shit where you eat. Unless you live in my first apartment, which is so small that you don't actually have a choice. But that's neither here nor there.
Why is the toilet in the living room?
I could stir my soup and drop a deuce at the same time. It was actually very impressive. It really fucking was. But anyway, so he ends up sleeping with his wife's sister, who's like a few years younger and by all accounts pretty stacked, I think is the technical term. But anyway, so hadn't heard from her. The following morning he ran into her and they didn't really say anything to each other. They didn't get in contact after till a month and a half later when she called him, said, I need to talk to you right now. She's pregnant. Right. So now
he's knocked up sisters.
He's knocked up sisters, some proper
Right.
Mormon shit going on here now, right? So right now, as it stands, he's got a pregnant wife who's like 4.5, 5 months pregnant, and he's got a pregnant sister-in-law by him who's now about I think it was a month and a half later. It could have been 2.5 months. Anyway, she's keeping the baby, and he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, it's hard to offer advice on this. He's got to accept the consequences of the situation. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's fucking the fact that you used that word as that fucking comment came up. That's hilarious.
But yeah, he's I can see why he doesn't know what to do. He's in a situation where through his actions, he's sort of committed himself to supporting 2 women and their children, and he kind of needs to. There's any way of concealing this from his wife, so his wife needs to be told first and foremost, because it's absolutely unreasonable that she be kept in the dark about this.
That's what he wanted to do. I do recall he wanted to keep his wife in the dark, and the sister was kind of on board with that. But there was another thing.
How does that even make sense? It's
here's the thing.
Literally, the truth will come out.
Yeah,
like out of her vagina.
Not only will the truth come out of her vagina, but also he is a flaming redhead ginger, like flaming ginger. So there's no lying your way out of this. Like, I mean, whose baby's that? I don't know. Who's the ginger baby with the huge ears that looks just like me? There's no fucking way out of this. Like, you're fucked either way.
So he's got to set aside money to support. Wife's going to want to know where that money's going. If he has any genetic conditions, the child is going to inherit them.
He definitely has some kind of a genetic mental issue anyway, because you got to be a special. I'll interrupt real quick. Demon Sister has gifted 20 memberships. JL, you better start lubing up.
Well, that's to you. Those. That's to you. That's not to me.
I never said anything about that. I'm just letting you know. Aaron Reese, Carrie T, Captain Welchie, Florida Sunshine, Kitty Boom Boom, Super Ghost UK, Dib Dib, Sue Ashley, Ron Klotzer, Marilyn Owens, Jason Jones, Vestige of Bees, Jeffrey Myers, Vixter T, Jay Fielden, Squirrel Squad, AP, Sarcasm Ranger, Tylock, Pink Unicorn. That's all of them. Thank you so much indeed. Oh, fucking hell. Mr. Pinkel's for $2. Identical twins? No, identical cousins.
Dude, fucker setting up franchises, man. So
yeah,
I mean,
I agree. Set up his own football team.
I agree with Tony there. I mean, keeping it a secret is obviously not going to work. The truth will inevitably come out. It's going to come out. So the only option he's got in order to maintain some sort of civility is to come out with it, lay your cards on the table, admit what you did, and you got to face the consequences on that. You now have a kid coming from 2 different women who are both related. So yeah, you have 2 children that you've got to be responsible for. Whatever decisions they choose to make is theirs. And so, but if they carry these kids to term and they have them, he's got a responsibility to both, a legal responsibility and you could say a moral responsibility to both. So, but that's on him. So this is at the point where it's like, you just got to accept it, man. Cards on the table. You fucked up. Carry on. Be a dad.
You've also got the other option. The wife may decide not to carry the pregnancy to term if she gets this information. So you're asking her to make an information. She believes that the situation is other than what it is. So you're denying her information that she needs. So I feel like it's. I understand the impulse. God knows that I like to conceal when I fuck up. But
I thought you were talking about something totally different there. Sorry.
no.
Genuinely, I swear to God, genuine. I thought you knew who this chick was. I was like, I've seen it, so I totally feel you on that one.
But you got to I don't see that it is in any way fair to his wife not to give her the information. Yeah, it's just, and the idea of concealing it from her is utterly absurd.
Absolutely.
She's the one blameless party so they're consenting adults, obviously, but she's the one blameless party in this organization, and they're trying to turn her into the victim. I feel like it's but also, way to lift the tone, right? Lighthearted.
There you go.
Way back,
like I was just going to ask him if he needed to pop out for cigarettes, hint, and then fucking dip. No, obviously that's not the way to go. I think the real victim here is the world for bringing 2 more big-eared gingers into it. Shots fired. God, man, I've seen what he looks like because he sent like this in a whole email, and I've seen what his wife and his wife's sister look like, and I'm like, I have one question for you. Like, there are so many questions to ask and be answered in this whole scenario. The first question is, how the fuck did you pull that off? Not once, but twice. How?
Well,
you just need to see this guy. I obviously can't. He asked me not to put his picture up, but that's neither here nor there.
Hey, man. Sometimes looks aren't everything. Sometimes they just got game.
He's got to have some fucking game. Maybe not that one. Maybe not that one. I know the story she's talking about. I don't know though. I'd have to confer with some people before I fucking. I'd have to confer with some people before I go into that one. It's a fucking great story though.
You remember Will Ferrell's character from Wedding Crashers?
Is Wedding Crashers the one with the Dan band, or is that old school?
Wedding Crashers is Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson.
Yeah, I think the Dan band were in that as well. They're fucking hysterically funny, man.
Will Ferrell comes in with the advice that funerals are the best place to pick up, because you've got
gross.
He's got a point though, he really does. I give you a really good tip. Never, ever, and this is from experience, never go to a funeral on mushrooms. Just letting you know, take my word for it. Don't fucking try it.
Yeah, I've gone to remarkably few events of any kind under the effects of psychotropic drugs, but
that's one definitely to just knock off the list. Take my word for it. Remove it from your bucket list. It's not a fun experience. I can tell you that right now, because you have to be in a good headspace for mushrooms to have a nice effect. Apparently, I haven't had that yet, but that definitely wasn't it. I can fucking tell you that right now. Because it started the night before at the wake. I won't say whose funeral it was, but it was at the wake, and somebody was like, "It's a wake." I was like, "Is it?" I thought he was dead. I thought it was hilarious because I'd seen it in a movie before. Apparently, it wasn't fucking funny at all, especially to his fucking. Yeah, no, that was a terrible, terrible mistake on my part. It ended really badly, surprisingly.
Well, for those who are new to the four Beardsmen format,
yeah, because most people don't know how this all came about.
I was about to suggest that the central theme running through the four Beardsmen is that Irish Demon, and to a lesser extent JL, come up with a series of really poor life choices, and then Johnny
sometimes live on the air.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Johnny and I are scandalized by the juvenile shenanigans of our contemporaries, and try to offer mature advice. in between gratuitous insults. That's pretty much how the show goes.
The smoke alarm going off at that moment is still like the highlight of like my YouTube career, because you couldn't have that couldn't have been Hollywood timed better.
Fucking timing.
Okay, we think it's all good, and he's like, okay, it's under control. Beat.
Is there anybody watching right now?
And then the fire brigade,
and then the fucking neighbor and the fire brigade show up. Oh, trying to fucking explain that one. Jesus Christ Almighty! Like I remember the following day. And the landlord was walking around doing his rounds or whatever. He's like, "Did something happen here last night?" I was like, "I don't know. Did it?" And he was like, oh, apparently, you know the way in Australia they have the fire brigade have like a 4x4. They check. They send out to check out stupid fucking morons like me before sending a whole unit out there. And he's like, "Oh, apparently there's a fire truck." Was there? I must have been in a deep sleep not to have heard that fucking fire truck. God damn, man. Oh my God. I've gotten away with so much shit though. Like how I'm still alive is a mystery, to be quite honest with you. Like, I mean, it's fucking like, especially when I was in Australia, that country was trying to kill me from the get-go. Like I was there 2 days. I was ripping down Great Eastern Highway on a motorcycle, and nobody thought to maybe warn people as you enter the fucking country on big bastard and signs, go fucking slow at dusk because of bastard kangaroos. And I was hauling ass down the freeway and literally threaded the needle between 2 huge kangaroos. It was my asshole turned all the way inside out. I'm telling you, I could have squeezed a fucking melon with it. Oh, I'll never forget it. I was looking fucking Skippy right eye to eye. I was like, oh my God.
Despite all your Australian adventures or misadventures, to better describe them, I am surprised we never got an Irish takes on Irish versus the Roo, Irish versus the Red. We never saw that. Like it's like here we go. Away. It's like the kangaroo, you know, because kangaroos stand its ground. So
the closest incident that I had to actually having to go toe to toe with a kangaroo was when I was out bush, and I was sleeping in a ute. I was just like leaning back, having a fucking couple of Zeds, and I kept hearing like a boom, boom, and I was the fuck is that? Because I was in the middle of nowhere. Picked up the shotgun. I was like, something or somebody's getting fucking wasted right now. Like, I don't give a shit who it is. So I kept hearing this bump, and I turned my big, huge flashlight on, fucking looked out the window, blinded myself because it just bounced straight back off the fucking window. Right? And then I put the window down a little bit, and a fucking nose popped through the hole. I was like, oh my fuck. There's a huge fucking kangaroo just hopping off the side of the ute because he could see his own reflection, stupid fuck. So I just lay down and cried until he went away. It's fucking scary, man.
Well, so the element that got brushed over, glossed over in that retelling is that somebody I don't trust with sparklers had a shotgun. That's kind of the element. That's kind of the point in the story where my brain's gone, hang on, let's back from the fucking kangaroo here.
But you know, the thing is, that fucking shotgun, that very same shotgun got me, well, they say that's not why I was fired, but I'm fairly confident it was. A couple of days later, hiding in inside the steel sheds for horses, what do they call those fucking, the way in Australia they have those like, they're like steel shelters for horses, not quite as stable.
A stable?
No, not as stable. It was like yeah, kind of, but it's just like a shelter anyway. Whatever, it's a fucking shelter.
So it's a shelter. It's a shelter for horses.
But it's not as stable. It's different. It's open. You can come in and out of it.
It doesn't have walls.
It doesn't have walls or a door. It's like a big metal umbrella.
So it's like a shade.
Yeah, it's an Aussie thing because your horse will literally be slow cooked otherwise. Anyway, I had to hide in one of them because it was really fucking hot, and I looked up and there was this humongous fucking spider, and just on instinct I just went boom and blew a hole through this guy's fucking shed. And he was the most Australian human being on the face of the planet. He told me, the fuck you doing, cunt? I was like, It's a fucking spider. And he was like, it keeps the fucking flies away. I was like, oh, Christ, I'm fucked now anyway.
You done killed his only friend. This is the only thing he's got out
I actually missed the fucking spider. I actually completely missed the spider with a shotgun.
And this was in Western Australia. How do
WA.
you know that the world's oldest spider died a few years ago in Western Australia? I'd like an alibi.
Do you know what? I actually
where were you
enough,
on August? Where were you on August 3rd at 12:25 in the PM?
Like, that actually is very fucking true. Like, who gave me a shotgun and thought that was a good idea? Like, seriously. Now, I will say I never desk popped or anything like that, and others did. But I'm convinced they would have put fucking blanks in my gun. Aaron Reese for $5 says, someone I don't trust with sparklers has a shotgun. Is why PhD Tony doesn't visit the US anymore. That's actually, to be fair, I saw a lot more people that were a lot more crazy than me walking around with guns, pissed as coots. Like that jail. Remember that night? I won't say any names. We went out to a bar. Remember that time I beat you at pool? No big deal. And there was that one dude who was off his fucking face, just walking around with a machine gun. I was like, do you think that's safe? He was like, doesn't matter. This is America. I was like, fair enough. Not going to argue with the machine gun guy.
I remember the night I remember being there. I don't remember seeing this person, but given where we were, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it for a second.
With the guy. So, I have a picture with the guy, and I was like, can I hold your machine gun? He was like, yep. I was like, all right. I'm also wasted. Is that okay? Yep. I was like, all right, then let's fucking go play with machine guns while we're drunk. Sounds like fun.
Yeah. I do. Given where we were physically in the United States, I don't doubt that for a second.
Oh my God. Yeah. How we didn't get shot there is a mystery. Like sitting in we were sitting under the canopy of the hotel, the front door of the hotel at 4:00 in the morning, absolutely roaring our heads laughing. I'm surprised we didn't get shot. I genuinely am. Like,
well,
no, we weren't in Texas.
Acting fools like after midnight, that's acceptable, especially in those states. Just being out because there's nothing else to do. So as long as you're not causing chaos, something like that.
Yeah,
I'm kind of surprised that
semi-automatic rifle, Winter Witch. He actually means a semi-automatic long arm.
So the reason I intentionally said machine gun was to see who the first pedantic person who would bring up the fact that it's not a machine gun would be. Genuinely. I know guns very, very well. I used to use them all the time. So
I'm assuming he had an AR, right?
No, it was a H&K. It was a H&K submachine gun. Yeah, it was nice. It was a really nice little gun. It was pretty cool. I got to fire.
I didn't see the cat, so
it was cool. It was really, really cool. I got to fire an AR-15 style pistol, which was fucking awesome. I was born in Chicago. Machine guns mean machine guns. Yeah, fucking A.
You see, I was concerned because the reason we were out there was because of the whole Chile thing. We were out there for like the fight and everything, and so the general vibe of that was like the whole frauditor, community is what it is. People involved in First Amendment auditing, all this other stuff. So you had all these different names that were involved. Chad was there, you were there. So, and I was there because I wanted to see it because I was in the States. I could drive out there, not a problem. And I was more concerned for myself because I was the only self-professed, godless heathen that was probably out there willing to be open about it. I was scared. People, when people started giving me looks like, oh, that it was like, oh, but fortunately.
Like I was also godless heathen. I just didn't make a point of saying it to all those people.
Well, when they asked me what my channel is about,
that's fair. Because everybody should have just said it was about being a God-loving American. They weren't going to look at it anyway because they don't know how to use the internet. Vicky P's been a member for a month. Says, "I love your channel. Thank you so much, Dean." Demon Sister for $5 says, "Demon overuses the word pedantic for fuck's sake." No, I don't. You are just very pedantic, so I just keep calling you pedantic. That's a you problem, not me. Did you ever notice, Lucy, that when I use the word pedantic all the time, it's always directed at you and nobody else? No, I'm only joking. That would be very pedantic of you. We were trying to explain to my nephew, I always say nephew because he's so young, but it's actually my brother-in-law. He's 10. And I was trying to explain to him that what pedantic means. And he completely didn't get it the first time. And every fucking thing I said, he was like, that's very pedantic of you. I'm like, that's not what that means, man. And he was like, now you're being pedantic. I was like, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not completely wrong. Like, oh, I got to tell you this one.
It's not outside the realm of logical possibility that you heard that word and you just like the way it sounds. So you just like throwing it around because it makes you sound smarter than the average Irishman.
That is a fucking fair point. I'm not going to lie. And that is
something you badly need, given your inability to handle sparklers or wheeled vehicles.
See, this is how we fall into a false sense of. This is how we fall into the false sense of security. He uses big words like pedantic, and we think we know. He thinks we know what that he knows what he's talking about. He actually doesn't. It's all a fucking ruse. It's a setup in order to obfuscate the fact that he has no idea what he's doing. He's blundering through shit like a bull in a china shop, and then we all wonder what happened.
Do you know, I like big words. Nobody's going to be able to use them like fucking him. I like big words and I cannot lie because I can't think of the fucking words to do it. I got to tell you this really funny story. My 4-year-old nephew was in the car with me one day. God love him. And I was coming back and we stopped off in Tesco, which is like, where you buy food and stuff. And I had just gotten my new debit card in the mail. So I wasn't on my phone yet. It was just like the physical card. And I haven't used one of those in a long, long time. But anyway, so I went up, got like a week's worth of shopping because we were babysitting them for a few days. Got a week's worth of shopping. Fucking queues out the hole. This was around Christmas time, right? Queues fucking everywhere. And I had this big ass trolley, and he's 4 years old. So like any 4-year-old, he was getting a bit like eggy. And I don't agree with like offering kids stuff to tell them to shut up. Like, I'll buy you sweeties if you'd be quiet. Like, but he was being really good. So I went up to the counter. She was like, that's $149.69. And I was like, giggity, okay, cool. So I pulled out my card to pay for it. Didn't work. Wasn't declined, just didn't work. So I was like, fuck. So I was like, I'm sorry, that's very embarrassing. And she's like, no, it's fine. Take your time. So I tried to call Chloe. You may as well be trying to fucking call someone who's already dead because she just never answers the phone. So tried to call her a bunch of times to send money to my Revolut, which is like a pay app thing that we use. Couldn't get through to her. Eventually got through. Now I'm talking queues of fucking people. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's very embarrassing. I'm very sorry, but she's going to send the money to this thing. So eventually sent the money through, paid for the fucking thing. And we're walking out the door, and my nephew goes, well, that was very embarrassing. And I said, yes, it was. His language skills are absolutely phenomenal for a child his age. And I was like, do you know what embarrassing means? And he goes, yes, I do. I said, what does it mean? He goes, it means you have no money. I was like, oh, man, he's something else. Like, he's absolutely hilarious. Demon Sister for $10 says, thanks for the crack. Okay. So Lucy's moving to Ireland next month, and she's been trying to flex her Irishisms. And, Irish slang, it's hard to just learn it. You can learn the words, but it's when to use them at the thing. So the other day she was like, I think I used crack right for the first time. I was like, okay, did you smoke it? Or she was like, no, like Irish crack. I was like, okay. I was like, how did you use it? And she went up to a bunch of guys and says, thank you for the crack. And I was like, oh, you're so fucking close. But we were out at we had a double date the other night. I won't say who with, but we had a double date the other night. And she used it right for the first time. She used the word crack in the right way, in the right context. I was like, oh my God, you fucking did it. You fucking did it. And we all started clapping. The whole fucking restaurant started clapping because she used it right. But yeah.
Well, just as a tip, Lucy, generally the term crack is used for having a good time. So if Irish demon is involved, generally it's not crack.
That is a fair point. He's absolutely right. 74 to go till AK. You better pucker that butthole.
And that's what she said, Oisin.
Wait a minute,
because Oisin had a comment or said something in the chat, and I was like, "That's what she said."
Giggity. Do you know what I like to do sometimes? I often do this if I'm just bored shitless. So I'll just wait till somebody says something really random, like, God, this is really nice coffee. And I'd be like, giggity. And they'd be like, Excuse me. I'm like, that's what she said. And you can see their brain starting to go, fuck, what dirty thing did I accidentally do? I'm giving away all of my best secrets here. Like,
Name your sex tape.
huh?
Fuck, what dirty thing did I just do? Name your sex tape.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I was wondering. I was like, that's not what I called my sex tapes. I was like, actually, that leads me to another point. My neighbors just recently made
Another
a sex video.
point. What was your previous point?
So was there a point? It's like like a stream of thoughts just kind of interconnected.
That's actually not a bad. That's a point. Anyway, so
stream of consciousness.
My neighbors made a sex tape the other day. They don't know that yet, but you know.
I'm reminded of Press Gang, the television show that I think I've quoted a number of times, where one of the characters has a neighbor across the street who he's very taken with. She's very pretty, so he works up the courage to knock on a door and says, "Hi, my name's Colin. I'm your neighbor from across the street, and may I say you look even nicer in person than you do through a pair of binoculars."
Oh man, my neighbor said that I was a bit of a looker. Well, peeping Tom was the word she used, but I know what she was getting at. Actually, that's another point. Maybe I'm misusing that term. I feel like maybe I'm misusing it. We got to get some dad jokes going.
Do we?
Jail? Yeah, absolutely.
Define need.
Well, want.
Is there a necessity here?
There might be somebody watching who needs the laugh, so maybe we shouldn't then. Demon Sister for $10 says, "Show your new tattoo for those who may have missed your last stream." Oh yeah, so I got the Triggered Limey memorial tattoo. It says "a beautiful bastard" on a lime.
Ah,
okay, so my friend Flynn the Human, designed it for me.
It looks like a peach. Maybe a pear. You sure it's a lime? You sure it's a lime?
It looks like a fucking lime to me.
Looks like a pear.
What kind of limes do you have?
It looks more like a pear to me, but you know.
Pear.
What kind of fucking pears do you people have? Pears go in at the top.
Pears that look like that.
Yeah, they're fucked up pears. That's a fucked up pear. If you think that looks like a pear, either your eyes are fucked or your pears are fucked.
Kind of looks like a pear. It looks even more like a pear now.
Get fucked. That's clearly a lime.
I don't think he was the triggered pear.
It's even green. I mean, it's not meant to be. I just think I didn't clean it enough. Yeah. I think it's a lovely looking lime.
It's a wonderful tattoo and it's fantastic. Looks like a pear, but nonetheless, your heart was in the right place. Your heart was in the right place. Okay, dude.
Like you are pear-shaped. You should know what a pear looks like.
The fruit there is oblong. Okay, that is an oblong fruit that you have there. That is oblong. Limes are not oblong.
You're fucking oblong. That's not oblong.
That is. It is. It's literally an oval. It's oval shaped and it's kind of narrow.
So are you, but you don't hear the fucking lime saying anything about you.
Okay, Goosebumps says more of a mango. I can see mango. I can see
mango,
looks like a mango.
Fair enough. Not a fucking pear. Do you even know what a pear looks like?
Yes, I know what a pear looks like.
Obviously, you don't.
Clearly, it's a Mr. Bigglesworth says clearly it's a lemon. But nonetheless,
limes
are more round. They're round.
Fuck you.
They're more spheroid. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Well, maybe. I mean, you have a difficult time communicating sometimes, so you might have been starting out trying to describe a lime and it wound up describing something that occurred 10 years ago when you were on a bike somewhere. But nonetheless...
Have you seen a pear before? Wait a minute.
Okay.
Son of a bitch. Have you seen a white screen before? Fuck you. That's it.
It's a white screen.
Fuck you.
You know how
it's a white screen on the camera.
The professionalism.
No, hold on.
This is a professional streamer who can't screen share a Google search. A Google
That's the
image.
beauty of it.
Okay, hang on a sec. Okay, hang on.
Jesus
Look.
Christ, this is like. And I also want to say,
Okay, look at this, because you could probably see that.
Oh, way to go, JL.
Now, hang on. So that is a pair. Okay. So that is a pair.
Yeah, but this doesn't go in like a pear. Are you
Like
fucking lying?
no, the leaves are covering it up.
So
the leaves at the top.
So at the top on the right-hand side, particularly on the right-hand side where the ribbon curls around it, that makes it look like it's concave.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called perspective.
So where the ribbon goes around it, it looks like it's curving in. So it does make it look pearish to me. I had not picked up that was supposed to be a line. Because
see, right there. See?
Yeah,
one of the things,
that's not the fucking. Where's the nipply bit at the top? That fucking blind jail.
But
it's just a long line.
As ribbon.
Okay, well, how about let's look at it like this. Let's look at because he suggested mango. He suggested it's a mango as a.
Anyway, so I forgot I was able to do it. He's still talking. He has no idea. He has no. Sorry, JL. What were you saying?
There you go.
Oh no, we lost him. Oh well. Somebody said search for plum, and then he turns up. You put that phone away. I swear to God, I'm turning this car around if you don't put that phone away. He's still not looking. He's still talking. Look, see.
I agree with the mango observation. You got a mango. You got triggered mango.
That's cool by me. He would have found that funny. It's a big fucking lime. You're a big fucking melon.
I think we are perhaps guilty of overestimating the entertainment value of fruit identification, and perhaps we're missing the bigger picture, which is that Triggered Limey was a wonderful person who is
absolutely, and he would have found that really funny. By the way, I've no doubt.
Oh, no. If he took one look at that and be like, mate,
that's a fucking plum.
That's a mango. He's like, mate, that looks like a mango. I appreciate the sentiment.
Absolutely. I have no. Although I will just put it out there. If you look at his logo, it is more shaped like that than a fucking pear. Just saying.
We could go. I mean, Tony's right. We may have overestimated the entertainment of that, but we could go with what Vegas VIP said, that PhD Tony's universal basic income ideology is ludicrous, and that sounds like it could be total entertainment.
Well, I don't really take advice from people who can't spell ideology or ludicrous correctly.
You want to insult me? Try fucking spelling it right
at least. Maybe come back when you've got the spelling skills of a 6-year-old. A 6th grader at least.
Shit, man. That person did not know what they were getting themselves in for right there. I actually have a really, 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 really important question on that. Seriously. What is your favorite citrus fruit?
I'm not allowed to eat citrus fruit.
But what was your favorite when you did?
Who is not allowing you to eat citrus fruit? It's like I told you.
So citrus fruit turn out to be migraine triggers.
Oh wow.
So my favorite citrus fruit was mandarins.
Do you know what? There's only one thing better than eating a mandarin. Eating Amanda out. Oh fuck. Thank you. I couldn't fucking believe it when you said Mandarin, because I was like, I've got, boy, have I got a joke for you.
Well, you actually remind me a lot of. Did you watch Basil Brush a lot as a kid?
No.
Like there was an English television show called Basil Brush that had a hand puppet fox called Basil Brush, and he had sort of a human assistant, and they sing songs, they'd read stories, etc., etc. And Basil Brush's big stick was that he would crack these jokes, and they would tear him apart. He would just laugh so hard at his own jokes. Meanwhile, the human would just look at him with this, like he just shat on the carpet. Are
you suggesting that I was the only one laughing at my joke?
Yes.
That's good enough for me. I'm okay with that. Like I'm totally fine with that. If I've had my fun, and that's all that matters. Yeah. Father Ted reference. Only some of you will get that.
You'd always try and get the guy to laugh along by going boom, boom, like that strikes me as you should try turning up at the next casting audition.
I have gone to one. I've been on a casting couch once before, and I'd rather not talk about it.
You were young and you needed the money.
Yep. No, I was this many years old and I needed the money. Wasn't that long ago. No, I'm dead serious. So I want to find out what the fuck this does in a minute.
Okay.
We gotta get a reason to crack this off. Although it was my birthday the other day. That's good enough reason to crack one off. Wait.
You have to.
This is such an acquired taste. It really is.
Oh, it really is. Oh, fucking hell.
It's been so, but this is good because it's been so long since we've done this that some people may have like you've forgotten the feel of it. Now you have a whole new group of individuals come in here and watch us do this shit, and not knowing that we used to do this on a weekly basis.
At
like
least.
in the
Sometimes
in the
we do
morning.
An extra one. We
would get together and it was just fucking madcap insanity.
Mental. You know what I loved about it as well, right? We would say, okay, guys, this is the topic we're covering for today. That is literally the last time we would mention that topic for the whole fucking show. Like we would say, okay, today we're going to talk about whatever, and it's like, okay, that is literally the last fucking time we're going to hear about that today, and then it would just go full ADD.
The Beardsmen gave birth to like things that we still reference today.
All the time.
Like yes, I fucking can. Like that.
Yes, I fucking can.
Like, yeah.
The whole sparkler thing. Like a lot of people, I see a lot of people using Beardsmen references in the side chat who've never seen an episode before. It's just carried over. Like the sparkler thing. That was arguably one of the fucking most ridiculous moments of the whole fucking thing. There was
we seriously thought you were gonna burn your fucking little office.
So did I.
It's like,
so did
I.
I thought chaos. I was gonna fucking die. I tried to put it out in whiskey. That didn't work. He nerded out about why that wouldn't work. I'm like, I don't need your fucking lecture. I need to know how to put this fucking thing out right now.
He can't reach all the way out to friggin' Eastern Australia where you were to fix your fucking problem.
Just fucking tell me. He was like, do you have a fucking a pail full of sand? Oh yeah, I just keep one right here. As it happens, I do now.
Well,
as a result
go outside and stick it in dirt.
See,
come on,
Irish Demon is like Tony Stark. He learns from his mistakes. Now he keeps a pail of sand right near him.
I'm fucking right, I do. And whiskey nowhere near the whole incident. I mean, I think the best part of that whole thing was your laugh. I thought you were going to fucking pass out. I really did.
You were going to go down for second degree because of like international crime. Like this would be the first murder as done by live stream. Because I was about to fall out of my goddamn chair.
And then I was freaking out. I was like, okay, I think I got this out of control.
It just goes to show you the love because he's freaking out like he's gonna burn up, and we're laughing our asses.
They're all laughing their asses off. I'm burning my fucking house down. Has anybody got the link to that video? I know I've asked a million times. If anybody's got it, can you Discord it to me? I'll bring it up. That was fucking outrageous, is what that was. I want to play the video, but I don't know if anybody's got the link. And you know the worst thing, the sparklers were really cheap and really old. I found them in a drawer or something. God knows how long they'd been there. So bits kept falling off of it on top of me. So I was like, the whole fucking, there was holes all over my shirt.
As the sparkler burns, it sheds the burnt magnesium.
No shit, but not like as it was.
It also,
like, there was
they also have a tendency to wilt back towards your hand.
Yeah, no shit.
So, yeah, it's like the thing that's burning is consuming the stuff between it and your hand. You know, it's incredible how that works like that.
Go fuck yourself. That sucked. It hurt so fucking bad. But like it really fucking like way more, because I've had sparklers before, but like I've never had one that kept spitting shit all over me.
The thing that
you mean you never had a sparkle, like you never had a sparkler sparkle as it's burning and throwing stuff
but not
off
fucking
of it?
not on like burning holes in my shirt.
You mean probably because you've never lit a sparkler sitting in a chair in your office before.
Actually, that's a fair point. I have always kind of held it out away from me.
It's like usually outside, you're like, "Yay, sparkler! Woo! I'm 5 years old."
That's
not a grown man sitting in your office. That's why I like the sparkler here. Oh shit! It's all over me. What the fuck?
The thing that
goddamn, I'm on fire and my friends are laughing at me.
Yeah, I was like, can you stop laughing for a second and fucking help me here? Then he starts nerding out. You see magnesium. I don't give a fuck. Just tell me how to put it out. So I put it out in fucking whiskey. That didn't work. That just made it worse. It made it angry, if anything.
The thing was, you tried putting it out in water, and I've gone, that's not going to work. It's burning magnesium. So then you stuck it in whiskey, and it's just like, what the fuck are you trying to do here? Like, water didn't put it out. I'll just put it in something more flammable. That'll help.
There it is. Skydiver Tanner said it. What the hell? This sparkler is sparkling. What is going on here?
I was like, what
is this? What is this? What is this alchemy?
I think it wasn't an issue of the sparkler malfunctioning. It was the fact that it was more a proximity issue. It was a proximity to my face issue.
The sparkler was drunk as well. Working as intended is what was happening. It was not a bug. It was a feature.
I think we may have it. We may have it. We may have the video. Hold on. Oh, we got it. We got it. Oh my God, I look like I fucking ate somebody. Jesus fucking Christ.
I probably do as well.
Yeah, we both do. We look like we ate our fucking twins. Jesus, Murphy.
You know, I know it's wild because you can go back. If you go back and watch the videos, the content you created,
man.
I go back and I see myself and I'm like, I became really noticeable when I was taking up less of the screen.
Yes.
When I'm recording myself. So it's like I now occupy, there's more space. You can see more things behind me because it's less me.
There's more what is it? JPSI? Jail per square inch.
You can't even say I like being able to see my fucking chair behind me now. Like you can physically see the chair, and that's really, really nice. It's a nice feeling.
Yeah, you know what it is? Do you know like the small things about when I lost a lot of weight, the things like being able to cross my legs without being able to uncross my legs.
Being able to be on top.
Oh, that was never an issue. I'm always
come on.
Wait, what do you mean?
Come on, you know, at that size on top, it's just woman in peril, man.
Oh, you're talking about sexy times.
What the
I was
fuck
talking
else
about
are you talking about?
I was talking about life, like being on top. Like
being on top.
Oh, I've never done that. I'm holding out for marriage. Fuck you. Anyway, I do look like I fucking ate somebody. Myself in jail. Oh, did we ever tell people about that time jail when we went to that weird fucking glory hole place? Do you remember that? You have to remember that.
Wait,
in Texas
when we went out we went out to Bowie.
No. It was just you and me. We went out. We were driving around all the really dodgy parts of Dallas.
I was going to show you one of the best.
That strip club.
one of the best strip joints that was in
That's
Texas.
right.
But I was unaware that the pandemic had killed them and that they had shut down. So it was such a bummer because the place was amazing and it was a total freak show, and I wanted you to at least see it. And unfortunately,
we ended up in this random ass fucking place where they have like one of those it's like row after row after row of little tiny booths with screens for watching adult entertainment, and you could press a button and a fucking hole would open up between them. So I just asked the guy, I was like, what's this? What are these? And he was explaining it to me. I was like, can we go have a look? He was like, yeah, all right then. I remember we walked all the way down the aisle like that.
That was the adult entertainment like expo place. It has the theaters in the back and it has the shop up front, and then you could pay to have access to the theaters and you can do your thing.
And we were the only two people in there as well.
There were a couple other people.
Was there?
We were all avoiding eye contact. So
see, I didn't know what the fuck it was, and I walked in and I was like, isn't it a bit impersonal if there's a hole between the two of them? You can see each other. And then Jail was just like, that's the fucking point. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, now I'm with you. Now I fucking get you.
That's his purpose.
So who wants to see me burn down my house?
I'm somewhat curious about how this relates to sparklers. And
that's a fair fucking point.
How you're going to navigate the return journey to sparklers, because I've let you talk for some time now, and you've just drifted way off.
I can actually bring this story back. So anyway, we were in this sex place, and it was really fucking boring. Well, I didn't know there was other people there. So JL said, I've got an idea. Let's fucking liven this place up. I'll stick a sparkler up my ass and see who'll watch. Which brings us back to this video. Ladies and gentlemen, the famous sparkler video. Let me know in the side chat if you've never seen this, because this is fucking something else.
So I had to slam it into a burger.
Incident. My wife, Angela was
awful.
Angela was laughing her ass off when she watched that. She just started dying. He was like, happy birthday. Oh, fuck, it's hot. Oh, shit.
It was so hot. Like, I had a big shiny bit. I have a big shiny bit on my finger from where I burnt it. Like, I proper burnt it. Like,
I just want to say, we were fucking wasted, but most of us. And my accent has changed so much since then. Since I've moved back home. It's crazy.
Really the fact that he got into it, he's like, boom, yeah, it's lit, happy bro. Oh, fucking hell, shit, it's fucking oh, shit.
It just got way out of hand. It got out of hand so quick.
It's like, I'm wearing shorts.
Oh, it was too.
So perfect.
It kept falling on in my nadular region. I thought I was going to burn my balls off. It was awful.
But if you would please, for Tony, you may sing happy birthday to Tony.
Hold on, let me see if do I have it? Did I use all my sparklers? Ah, fuck. Where's my sparklers?
And Tony, don't try to stop this from happening.
Oh, yeah. I got that word.
Okay, just grin and bear it.
Yep.
My sparkler's broken.
Oh.
That's what she said.
Is it?
Does that even work?
That's what she said. Jail, it's like you traded body fat for fucking beard hair.
I know, right?
Really impressive.
It's
like you've got in this way and down this way. It's like
I converted the fat into I converted the fat into keratin. Yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It absolutely did not work that time. That's what he said. I'm not sure.
Go ahead, Tony. What were you? Yes, you can, Tony. Yes, you fucking can.
Yes, you fucking can. Yes, you fucking can.
I just want to say it's not going to be the same without Irish being in a Marilyn Monroe dress.
That's the thing that's where nightmares come from.
Why'd you think
it's also on my OnlyFans?
I just left the screen.
That's the stuff of nightmares.
That's some eldritch horror shit.
I'm trying to pick a fun party hat.
God, I was drunk.
I want to say that.
I don't know what the fuck is he doing.
I'm okay.
I don't.
I want to say thank you to everybody who has extended birthday wishes in the chat. You're very kind.
Here we
That's
go.
where it all went downhill.
Oh shit! Happy birthday! Ow! Oh, I'm not even kidding. That fucking burns so bad. Right? Oh shit! I need fucking water.
What'd you put it in?
Whiskey. Put it in whiskey.
Oh my
That could have went.
That could have went a real different way.
That could have went way fucking worse. Oh shit! Is this even? I don't think it's actually out properly, is it? Shit!
He fucking doused it in like 40 proof. That's what put it out.
It's still smoldering on.
We didn't even get. We didn't even
It's
get the
still
first.
smoldering.
We didn't even get the first birthday out.
Here we go. Here it comes.
Can you get me some water, please? I'm struggling here with the sparklers. Oh shit! It's come back! It's come back!
It came back to
Come
life.
back! Oh shit! It's back on. Take the water. I'm not even kidding. It's come back on. Stop. Why are you laughing so much?
Water.
Who makes
Water won't work. Water won't work.
He's right. It doesn't work. I know I got water all over my.
It's magnesium. You
I hope
need,
you're happy. I got water all over my.
you need sand.
Yes.
You need sand. Put it in soil.
Oh fuck!
My cock and balls are all wet.
Oh Jesus.
I just-
Christ. Oh, man.
I just want to say, with reference to the upcoming trip to Ireland, Irish, you are not going to be trusted to organise any fucking thing.
Oh shit!
Because, quite frankly, I fear for everyone's safety and the towns either side of wherever this is occurring. He's gone.
This motherfucker doesn't get to drive. Does not get to drive anywhere.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh.
He's gone. He burned himself to death. Look, he's gone.
He's
No,
running
this-
to the emergency room. He
It's
tried
coming.
to put that shit out in
It's-
fucking whiskey.
The Mexican.
Shit.
I can't believe you tried to douse that
In water.
in spirits, dude.
That wasn't in spirits. I was just being funny. He doused it in water, which
Did I?
again is
okay.
I didn't
magnesium.
get
So
that in my tea, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
don't
not
drink that. Oh, okay.
No, it was the other one. I was just double checking to make sure that it wasn't the fucking. You gotta be shitting me.
You couldn't have timed it better.
It just keeps getting better and better. The fire brigade is gonna break down the door.
Oh my god.
Someone's just gonna spray him with fucking flame retardant from
Jesus Christ.
It's progressively better. Oh, fucking hell!
You trying to waft it away when you
can't
can't
write this shit.
Yeah, like that was going to fucking do anything.
My favorite bit is coming up. Actually, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure
Happy
if you guys.
birthday!
Oh shit! Guys, my neighbors here. Oh, we're fine.
You burnt toast.
He blames it on his girlfriend. Like,
Blame it on Mrs.
And you
Demon.
threw the girl under the bus.
Yep.
Damn.
The worst part is when I went out there was a spark in my fucking beard. That's what she said. I think she was just trying to.
yeah,
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
yeah, that
fucking
was the
hell.
worst part.
Oh,
Holy dooly, mate.
This man cannot get behind the wheel of the car.
So you guys may not be aware of this, but there was a television show when I was young called Some.
Oh man.
Oh.
I just think the part was like, happy birthday. Oh fucking hell, man.
oh,
Fuck me.
son of a bitch.
So if anybody who's newish to any of our channels that's watching doesn't understand why people always mention sparklers, that's exactly why. That is, yeah, that was quite fucking something. It just, as you said in the video, got progressively worse. Like
Second place to that video. I think that video will be like one of the hallmark of our work together.
Absolutely.
But I think second place is going to be the fucking madness of life.
oh my god, yeah. Actually, I think I can find that one. That
The
was
fucking madness of
fucking
life.
on. If you're laughing that video, like I often show people that video, and I'm like, what am I hearing?
Where's
I'm
the
I'm hearing
suit?
myself back for some reason. Where's the fucking suit? The fucking madness of life. And I played that. Like, can you imagine in the middle of fucking, where were we? Alabama or some
We
shit?
were
Where
we were in where we were
Kentucky.
in we were in Kentucky, and wait, no, was it West Virginia?
It was either West Virginia or Kentucky, but it was some proper fucking
Yeah, we were out there, but we were in the
Yeah.
parking lot. We were in the parking lot of the hotel.
shithole
where-
hotel, by the way.
Yeah, where you were staying. That's where you were staying, right? That was yours.
The only
Because
thing
mine
that there
a-
was more of in my bed than pubes was fucking bed bugs.
Why did you
legit,
stay
that
there?
was-
The place I stayed was right across the street and was glorious.
Oh yeah, of course it was. I just picked the first.
I
place I could find, which
I pull up
probably-
to mine. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. I go into the room. I did the video. People were following. I was like, this is the video. This is where I'm at. This is fantastic. This looks great. The bed is amazing. I got all these amenities. It's fantastic. Then I go outside. It's like, where the fuck is Irish? And I have to go down the road and like up this like dirt embankment into this fucking place. And it's like, this is
Bad.
where he's staying. And I'm like, why?
There was guys outside, like with the fucking back hatch of their 4x4s down and having a fucking barbecue because they wouldn't eat the fucking food in there, man. And when I went in there,
and I had an amazing
fucking-
I had an amazing continental breakfast. I was like, that would have been cool if we could all have like continental breakfast together. But you and
Oh,
Colin
yeah,
decided to
lovely.
stay at like the horror show.
biggest shithole. I had fucking salmonella and toast for my breakfast. It was fucking awful. Oh, it was so bad. Oh my god, man! I could have shit through the eye of a fucking needle after that. I gotta show you guys this video. This one is fucking
Oh shit!
unbelievable. I'll show you the actual video that he's laughing at after.
Fucking madness of life. Shop at the fucking shop.
I'm fucking dying.
No, just take him. Just fucked off. Not on. Not so fucking on.
So I'll show you guys the video that he was laughing at there, right? It's like one of the most famous videos. basically, a guy's soup went missing, and he had a bit of a fucking meltdown over it.
Someone said that we should have gotten bunk beds, but I actually had a king size bed. You could have just, you and Colin could have done. You could have been like the three of us, just like crashed together. There was plenty of room.
Mine was just, oh hell yeah, oh god yeah. No, I'd take the fucking bed bugs over that any day. Hold on, here's this fucking the soup one. This is unbelievable. Oh, what the hell did I do there?
God, fucking rotten, beaten bastard, fucking took it. I will.
What shot?
Uh-oh.
This fucking house.
Frozen.
No, it's lagging a bit.
I know that's fucking damaged. Jesus.
Yeah, my screen just froze up there.
Now you're muted.
Yeah, my
You had to tell him.
computer just
You had to confess, didn't you? Goody two shoes.
absolutely. Mine
The
just
quality of the
absolutely
stream
shit
just
itself there.
soared for a moment there, and then JL had to talk up.
Yep, he fucked it up, talking, oh, look how great my hotel is.
It's fucking gone. Fucking rotten, beaten bastard, fucking took it. I'll rock the shop apart, I will.
What shot?
This fucking house. I know that's fucking damaged. Jesus Christ, that's fucking leaking out shite now. Fucking goddamn packet of soup just robbed me. Just robbed me. Fucking don't have a fucking sudden thing in me name. Fucking people robbing. The fucking door's hanging off its hinges now. Oh shite, that's fucking. That's fucking. The fucking madness of life! I'm a fucking packing a fucking soup! Wreck the shop! Wreck the fucking shop!
Corey, could you,
Nothing!
Corey, could you relax, would you?
I want the fucking thing! I can't find the fucking. I can't find the fucking thing! I want the fucking thing! The fucking thing's gone! Fucking appear! Bloody soup gone! You're around taking me whole fucking home. You're not allowed to have anything in life. You're not allowed. Just take them from you, just like that. You got every plate and it's fucked off. Not on! Not so fucking on!
Oh, he's so fucking mad.
Oh, where are you?
Fuck off, Mario. So pissed.
God damn.
Yeah!
Corey. Corey, it's only a bit of soup. Corey, could you fuck on, yeah?
Where's the fucking thing gone? It's just gone!
Don't be such a fucking retard. It's only a packet.
Bloody thing!
It's only a bit of fucking soup.
It's only a bit of fucking
It's
soup.
gone.
That's like a proper Northern Ireland, not Northern Ireland, but like north of the Republic of Ireland accent. It's only a bit of fucking soup, hey. This guy is fucking hilarious. Irishman loses his shit looking for cigarettes, right? Check this one out. This is fucking hilarious.
We have the fucking the butler, your man scared me. What?
He took the fucking fags.
Well, I'm fucking telling you, sir. See them fucking fights he took, you better let them fucking back up to me right away, or I'll take the fucking head off you. What? Did I what? What do you mean did I fucking pay for them? You fucking shooting me in the fucking butt, sir? Ah, fuck my dick! fucking ball cock. You're a professional ball cock. That's what you fucking are, sir. You fucking lay them back where you got them, sir.
There was 22 packets in that.
You lucky. Are you fucking ball cocky? You would lay them back where you got them, sir. What? What? You fucking tell you one thing, sir. You leave them fucking back or I will fucking take a head off you. Yeah, fucking ball cock.
And there were 6 tins of Guinness in the back of the car too. And
6 fucking tins! Did you take them as well, did you? I know you meant to fucking leave them back, sir, or I will fucking... I'll bully you. That's what I'll do. Yeah, fucking ball cock.
So did you guys understand the single fucking thing he said there?
Some things.
Some, only occasionally. What? I got what? Fucking bullcock.
Fucking ball cock. Yeah. So the basic story is this gentleman had cigarettes stolen from the back of his car, and basically he's on the phone to the guy that he believes stole the cigarettes, and he says, "You better fucking bring them back here to me, sir." And then the other guy says, and there was 6 cans of Guinness. He said tins of Guinness. There was 6 tins of Guinness in the back. He goes, "Did you fucking take them too, did you?" And basically proceeds to call the guy a ball cock the whole fucking time. That's basically what that was. I'm trying to remember if there was any other good ones. There was some fucking classics. One of my favorite Irish videos of all time. I got to show you guys this one last one. It was in our parliament. A gentleman by the name of Paul Gogarty. He was a member of the Greens. He took issue. He took issue with something that a guy called Deputy Fogarty said. And yeah, this is our parliament in all its fucking glory here.
I respected your sincerity. I'd ask you respect mine. Well, all due respect in the most unparliamentary language. Fuck you, Deputy Stag.
Sorry,
Fuck you. I apologise now for my use of unparliamentary language.
That is most unparliamentary language.
It is most unparliamentary language. I now withdraw it and apologise for it. But I'm outraged that someone dares question my sincerity on this issue.
Let's try this, right? I want to see if you guys can understand anything that's being said in this one, right? So this is epic. So let me just make sure I find the right one. All right, so this is a farmer down in County Kerry in the southwest of Ireland. This is our national news, right? So this, just bear in mind, right? Think about the kind of shit you see on the news where you're from, right? And, you know, there's murders or fucking economic collapse or whatever, right? This is our national news, right? So check this shit out. This was the 6 o'clock fucking main evening news, by the way.
Gardaí in County Kerry are investigating the theft of up to 60 sheep on Mount Brandon. One of the farmers is offering a reward for information leading to the return of the ewes, which are worth thousands of euro.
Well, there's fine martin them. There's riding, viewing them in. And you want them sight, fine martin them.
Last Saturday, Mikey Joe O'Shea brought his flock of Scotch sheep down from the mountain commonage ahead of lambing. He discovered over 50 were missing. Allowing for a number of deaths and strays, Mikey is convinced over 45 sheep have been stolen.
Possibly a night, there'd be a full moon there about night, and it should be bright out, and there could anyone go up in the mountains about night, sure. Well, there was 45 sheep missing, like, and the lambs and everything, the sheep, just count out a nice bit of money, like. To be done about it, nothing.
Some sort, you know.
Mikey's next door neighbour says some of his sheep have also been stolen.
Come back. I'm missing about 10 ewes. It's not all that difficult. All you got to do is have a good dog. Have a good dog and go at night, some moonshine night, just put the dog around him, put him on a trailer and walk him. And then probably somebody else to pick him up. Whoever is doing it knows what he's doing.
So just
Gordian
to kind of
County Kerry
explain
are-
there, so the accent of people in that particular region of Ireland, so they come from an area called Undangan or Dingle, as as we would call it in English. It's called a Gaeltacht region, which means the people there, their first language is Irish, so English is actually their second language. So a lot of, you will have seen there in the video, he was actually speaking a lot of Irish as well. So that would explain why his accent's so strong. So as Bob Nodell's Gyroscope said, even people from Kerry found it hard to understand him. That's absolutely true. But yeah, so that's very common that people, you know, in that region would have kind of half English, half Irish. Mr. Brinklesworth said that was clearly a lemon. I know, that's just jail warrant. It's all good, man. Demon Sister for $20 says, a man, we're hitting the bottom of the barrel, turning to citrus. I don't know. We made it work though, didn't we? And it says, pronunciation of that word. Jail warrant, take it away.
Herbs.
I would say herbs.
Likewise. 2 versus 1. Case closed. It's herbs. Do I need to bring you a lighter?
You're not going to get away with that shit here.
Yes, I am. Good day to you. So anyway, do I need to bring you a lighter? No. For once, I have actually stolen your one. So come and get it. What's heavier? A kilo of water or a kilo of butane?
Well, neither is heavier.
Incorrect. It's a kilo of butane because it's a lighter fluid.
Well, that would make the water heavier.
Anyway, so don't you be coming in here with your facts.
I understand. Okay, Bob Nodell's. I understand that some people pronounce it herbs, like herbs, but I'm sorry. I'm a heathen colonist. We call it herbs, herbs and spices.
Right?
Colonialist, yes. Colonist or colonialist, yes. I'm a heathen.
Colonist is
a
person who
barbarian.
loves
I'm a
Colin.
barbaric American. Okay, we call it herbs. 7 herbs and spices from Kentucky Fried Chicken. So we call them herbs. Don't know what to tell you. The H is silent.
It's fucking not. But anyway,
what the fuck do you want me to do about it?
Fucking say herbs. You just proven you can.
No, because if I say herbs, it's like I'm talking to Herb.
Herb, who the fuck is Herb, and what's he got to do? Leave Herb out.
Is the name Herbert? Herbert, short for Herb, short for Herbert. So we say herbs.
That sounds like it's fucking his problem, not mine. If he didn't want this to happen, his mom shouldn't have named him after a plant. Just saying. Do you know what I mean? Like this is clearly Herb's problem.
Okay, so how do you pronounce that? What Demon Sister put up? How do you pronounce that word?
Which one?
In Demon Sister's super chat.
The most recent one. It's fucking basil.
It's basil.
It's fucking basil.
It's basil.
Like, myself and her were screaming across the shopping center at each other the other day. We were in buying ingredients, and I was like, I just got to go over and get some oregano. She was like, you mean oregano? I was like, no, you get oregano.
It's oregano.
Back in America. I'm going getting fucking oregano. That's what I'm getting.
It's oregano. It's oregano. Just like
basil.
Lemon Tart put up there. It's aluminum, not aluminium, because there's no I after the N.
Fucking wrong. They are 2 different words. They're 2 different words. One is a product and one is a fucking metal. There's a difference.
So is it helium? Is it selenum? Is it uranum? Is that how the names of elements work? Or is it uranium, neptunium, and plutonium, and helium?
Do you lick your perennium? No, it's perennium. Unless you're from South Africa, then it's a perineum. That'll hit you later, and you'll be like, "Fuck, that's funny." But no, it's fucking basil, and that's it. And if you need further proof of that, check out Sushi Mango. They're Italians, and it's like, look at how big is my basil. They know what they're talking about.
The reality is, and I was raised by, particularly pedantic parents as far as my pronunciation is concerned.
Shit.
But the reality is that as long as somebody can understand what you're talking about, it doesn't matter, right?
I
It really
totally
doesn't
agree.
matter.
Agree.
I totally agree.
So yeah, although let's change the name to the Pedantic Beardsmen is what it is.
Yeah.
What we're
Yeah.
doing. But yeah,
What
right
about
here.
this word?
Aluminum and aluminium are commonly used and considered correct names in scientific writing and academia. So go fuck yourself.
Well, I will say that is true, but it's
Now you're on the bottom.
That's
Anybody? No.
It's not surprising. I mean,
You said it.
it's less work. So
there's another word that popped up between myself and Lucy that we had unnatural disagreement about. So I went off testing out a lot of cars. Other people let me drive their cars one after the other. If they knew who I was, they wouldn't have. Anyway, so I was trying out a particular type of vehicle. I'm going to describe the vehicle, and I want Tony to first say what one would usually call that vehicle. So it is a two-door, two-seater sports vehicle with a sloping back. What would one refer to that as? Starts with C.
I've got no idea.
So you have saloons, which are five-door.
Coupe?
Yes, thank you. Coupe. What would you call it, JL?
It's a coupe.
See, it's fucking not though, isn't it? And I'll tell you why.
It's a COUPE.
This is where, hold on now a
It's
second.
coupe.
This is where you fucking septic tanks get away with this bullshit, right? Right. Let me ask you this, right? So you just fucking you decide which French words you want to pronounce correctly and which ones you're like, nah, I like that one. I don't like that one. No, fuck you. What did they use to chop the heads off people in France during the revolution?
A guillotine.
Okay, so you're willing to pronounce that properly. Fine. So why the fuck can't you pronounce coupe properly?
Because it's coupe.
I don't think this is the hill you want to. I don't think this is the hill you want to die
But
on
you
because
think
the
wrong.
Americans pronounce lieutenant in the French way, and
Lieutenant, not lieutenant.
We
say
call it
lieutenant.
lieutenant.
I don't even know where you get lieutenant from because there's no fucking F in it.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you on that. I'm not going to argue with that one. I totally agree with that one. But we all pronounce colonel wrong.
And thank you, Demon Sister. There's no accent on the E in coupe. It is coupe.
Yeah, I don't think that relying on how words are written is a good way of navigating English pronunciation.
That's okay. It's okay. I mean, I like Sandy D said. It's okay. They'll say it wrong and drive on the wrong side of the road. So that's all right.
Wait a fucking minute.
You can see when he was in the passenger seat and I was driving. And
every
he was in the
fucking
passenger seat, he was like hanging on to the oh shit handle because he had no idea what was coming.
I was hanging on to the oh shit handle because you drive like a fucking blind person off their tits on meth. That's why I was hanging on to the oh shit handle. Because 1 minute he's doing 20 miles an hour on a freeway, and then he's doing 140 on a fucking back road. So that's why I was hanging on to the oh shit handle. That's why I was wearing an adult diaper. So fuck you. I had nothing to do. But I will say, every fucking time I went to get into the car, I got in the wrong side. Every fucking time, without fail.
I actually came across
coupe does have an accent on it, by the way, and that is in the Cambridge Dictionary.
Okay. Yes. Well, I would suggest that most English speakers would not.
No, they wouldn't. But it is just because
it doesn't.
fucking choose not to.
No, it's coupe. It's COUPE. Coupe. A car with a fixed roof, two doors, and a sloping rear. It's a coupe.
It's on fucking Cambridge Dictionary and it's on Wiktionary.
Why the fuck would you go to Cambridge? You go
to
to Oxford if you want an actual education.
Shut the fuck up. It's there, right? Hold on. Leave it with me. All right. So, all right. Let me just challenge you.
You've got it the wrong way around. You've got it the wrong way around. You go to Cambridge if you're serious.
Exactly. So fuck you. Right. So if you were to then not have a fixed roof on that car and instead have a rag top, for example, that would no longer be a coupe. It would be a what? A cabriolet. Not a cabriolet, a fucking cabriolet.
Yeah, cabriolet, yeah.
Yeah, because you people just decide, oh, I like that French word and I don't like that French word. So that's a you problem. Sorry. Anyway, I don't know how the fuck we got onto this one. I think Lucy's super chat.
Because you're upset. You're upset because because America and whole world.
In the French dictionary. Because guess what? Oh, it's a French word. So of course it's in the French. That's why you people
I think this is
pronounce the two
etymological.
L's in guillotine as a fucking Y because it's a French word.
I think this is an etymological fallacy.
I think this is. I think I want to return to driving on the wrong side of the road because actually we drive on the correct side of the road.
No, we fixed it for you. No, we fixed it for you.
No, the reason for this is because back when horses were the main use of transport, you wanted to be on the left-hand side of the horse as you're mounting it. If you're a right-handed person getting onto a horse, so you want to approach the horse from the curb, it should be facing to your left.
Exactly.
So it should be on the left-hand side of the road. So
and that's why
when you're
ships always go to the left.
So driving on the left is actually sort of the most continuous tradition of transportation from horse. It actually makes sense. I only recently discovered this, but it actually makes sense in terms of course, nobody drives horses anymore. But I think,
Speak for yourself. Myself and Lucy got stuck behind two young fellas on a fucking pony and trap the other day. No shit.
Well, we
that shit happens here all the time.
We have horses, and so we ride for recreation. So
yeah, okay, but also bikes. I mean, bikes, it's the same thing.
Always get on from the left, yeah.
Yeah. So
see, I have a theory as to why Americans drive on the wrong side of the road. I guarantee one of them was sent the plans on how to make an automobile. Was like, okay, I made it, and then they get in, and then people from the rest of the world come over and go, dude, fucking steering wheel's on the wrong side. Like, oh no, we meant it that way. It's faster if you drive on the right hand side. That's why they did it. Somebody fucked up somewhere.
It was my understanding that the whole like other side of the road, the shape of the automobile, like all those things were done. Even what was it? The anthem. That the tune to the anthem is like, it's kind of like, instead of God Save the Queen, it's God Save America. Like all of these things were done as just our way of fuck you to England is pretty much what it was. That was my understanding.
The reality is that sort of the basically in the early 20th century, every country had their own car production capacity. America, China, etc. So they could just do whatever they wanted with local norms. It was fine. Nobody.
Do you know what famous car was built in Ireland? The DeLorean.
I did not know that. So there you
fucking do now. Piston of the first.
No, I don't know that yet.
Oh, well, that's a good point. You'd have to be taking my word for it. Ladybone triggers Demon's new body art, JL's advanced facial pubes, and PhD Tony mere existence. That's a good roundup of events. And my potential impending doom, I'm not really sure. Or my fucking whole neighborhood. Who knows? Sean O'Sullivan for €2 says, Matty McGrath, surf or Daz, or who are you loyal to? Good old Matty McGrath got us out of a sticky situation recently. Mr. Binklesworth for $2 says, your channel makes the Irish lessons worth it. I don't know, man. They're pretty fucking bland Irish lessons, I got to say. We got to start teaching kids Irish in a much better way in this country. Demon Sister says, JL, I gave up trying to get Demon to pronounce things properly. If I had to list out some of the shit that you've come out with, I'm going to give you one good example, right? Myself, Chloe, and Lucy were in an airport in London, right? Heathrow, I think it was. And she was walking along with us. And she said, you know, when you're coming up to the, where you get searched and all that? She goes, even though you're not hiding anything, you always feel so guilty because you think like, oh, maybe they think I have a BOMB. I was like, oh, there's a fucking great idea. It's a good thing that the cops can't fucking spell. You just spelled out the word bomb in an airport. Dickhead. Anyway, and it says there's no accent on the E in coupe. I think you will find there fucking is. Sandy D for $5 says it's okay, JL. They will say it wrong and drive it on the wrong side of the road. You damn fucking right we will. And Demon Sister for $10 says I'm on JL's side, the fellow American.
I will I will say that on the topic of Irish demon behaviours that need to be modified, his pronunciation is fairly low on that list.
This is true. I'll agree with this. Yes,
like,
we are in agreement.
I think it's where the term "least of my worries" is well used. You know what I mean? Yeah. I probably need to start out a lot
you can burn yourself alive with a sparkler, but that fucking accent on that E, you're gonna drop that shit if it's the last thing you do.
I am gonna fucking take that with me to the grave, which could be fucking sooner rather than later, because this says firework on it.
You would have that. You would have that shit on your tombstone just to fucking spite. Just to spite.
Absolutely.
You would.
Like my mother used to always say that on the bottom of her fucking gravestone, it's going to say, "Close that fucking door," because that's what we grew up hearing. And like, "Close that fucking door! You're leaving the heat out." Bottom of my one will be, "It's fucking coupe," and I'll make sure there's a big accent on it.
I think that on the bottom of your tombstone should be, skateboarding. What can possibly go wrong?
But sure, the last time I skateboarded, I broke my fucking wrist, and the time before that, I broke my knee, and that was not very far apart.
Yes.
Doing that at 320 pounds was a bad idea.
Here's where we go back to the ability to learn, the ability to acquire through experience, the capacity to recognize dangerous situations and avoid them.
That's a fair point. Demon's sister, actually, this is a perfect one to put to the two of you because you come from totally different parts of the world. Demon's sister says, explain the meaning of the messages, for fuck's sake. So if I said I was going out to do the messages, what would that mean that I'm about to do?
Nothing.
It's a very Cork. It's a very Cork thing. It's an Irish thing in general, but it is very much a Cork thing. I'm going out to do the messages.
Is this one of those things that the Irish didn't come up with another word for it, so they just use another word that's kind of like tertiary to it, and so they say, "Oh, that works," and so we'll just go with that.
Do you know, even that's a stretch, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure how. I think I know how and why we say messages for this particular thing. That is a very reasonable thing.
I'm thinking it's taking a shit.
It's not taking a shit. No.
Okay. So
that's seeing a man about a dog is what we would say there. See, that'd be too obvious. So it's actually got nothing to do with mail whatsoever.
I've got no idea.
And yeah, the messages are the things that you put in the press. Sean is from my neck of the woods, so he knows what I'm talking about. You put the messages in the press, obviously. That's not the hot press, because you'll fuck up some of the messages, but definitely the press. Anybody?
No.
Not a clue.
Oh, I would not have thought that that's what it was. Huh. How would you even come up with
fucking cheating bastard?
How would I haven't spoiled anything. How the hell would you
this was a competition. You were about to win something if you got this right.
I was never going to get this right.
That's a fair fucking point.
How the hell would you?
That's what I always thought.
That doesn't even connect.
It does. Oisin actually
There's no
makes a good
logical
point.
connection there.
No, there fucking is. It's on the screen. Well, at least I think this is a logical connection. Right? And I think I know where it comes from. I actually have never looked up the etymology of this, but I think I know where it comes from. Okay, so the messages is like groceries. So you're going out to get a few messages. And a press is just where you put them, which is like your cabinets or whatever. So I would kind of riff off what Oisin's saying here. It says it's because you might make a list before going. What I believe it actually is back in the olden days, which wasn't that fucking long ago in Ireland and Western Australia. In order to get your shopping, you would literally write a message of what you wanted. You'd hand it to the grocer and he'd go get all the shit for you and bring it to you or meet you somewhere with it with your little basket or whatever. That's where I think the term comes from. You're literally going down to collect the messages or what is therein. Because bearing in mind, back in those days, Irish people, we only just learned how to speak English. We haven't quite gotten there yet. But we're getting there.
Okay. This is okay. So
what?
It's coupe.
It's not fucking coupe. It's coupe. Somebody just broke into my house to tell me that it's coupe.
No, it's not. Okay, you're thinking of toupee. Okay, toupee, coupe.
You mean a tube?
toupee? Oh,
you mean
shut. So
I would
apparently,
call that a syrup.
apparently in Ireland, after the famine, the post office was central to Irish rural life as it also sold groceries and everything else. So the post office became the center hub for everything because
That
everything
wasn't
got
Chloe,
consolidated.
by the way.
So consequently, people went to see if there was any post or telegram for them, i.e. messages. Okay, so while there, they would do other shopping. So messages became a
There you
generic
go.
term for shopping for the daily requirements of a household. So I'm going to get the messages, or I'm going to get the messages
And
is
the
going
other
down to
shit
the
along
post
with
office,
it.
and you do all the
Because
shit
they
all at
didn't
once.
have the energy to say they were getting the messages and the other stuff because they were
Exactly.
all fucking
Because
starving.
they were starving to death. They didn't have it in them to come up with another word or
I
you know,
just
use
gotta
another
go
word.
get the messages.
I'm going to the.
whatever,
I'm going to get the messages.
You know why I'm
Okay,
going
great.
there. You know there's also not going to be food there. That's the problem. That's why Irish people fucked up. We were too pig-headed. All we wanted was potatoes. There was loads of other food, but there was no potatoes. So we were like, well, we'll just fucking die then, I guess, and move to America and build the fucking place for them. Well, that was a genocide, frankly.
And completely reshape the idea of St. Patrick's Day. Because St. Patrick's Day became a party thing here in the States. And
I want to. Having heard this crap about messages, is it too late to revoke my support for any of Irish's pronunciations or linguistics?
No, it is never too. It's never too late to be on the right side of history.
So, again, I just don't think it's that significant an issue. Like,
What's significant? The significant issue?
Oh no,
with what
Tony
is,
hung up.
what's significant is that thing that he's holding in his hands and what's going to happen when he sets that thing off. Because I'm the more you swing that thing around, the more curious and nervous I get.
And you know, I'm after kind of ripping it up a little bit, and I'm a bit worried about what that might do. But there's only one way to find out.
I say you do it.
I say we do it. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark anyway. Let me know in the side chat if you want to see this. This could, like, there's a lot.
You don't even need to ask,
flammable stuff
man.
in here, man. There's a lot of flammable shit in here, though.
okay, so
I need an escape route. Hold on. Okay, we have the fucking doors open. Opening the window. Because I don't know what this is going to do. I have fucking no idea. It can't be that bad because I was able to just buy it. Like, that
Remember,
guy told me it was fine.
We can't help you from where we are. All I could do is slap at the screen and try to
This is
put
the
the
result
flames
of
out.
the last pyrotechnic fucking thing I did in here. I made my own flash powder, and now the window's black. Anyway.
So to put it out, you need to embed it in soil or sand, right?
That not sand, not a thing of cigarette butts.
There's only one cigarette butt in it. Look. Gone. Okay. What are you doing?
It looks like a dildo.
What you mean it looks like a dildo? What kind of a fucking dildo? I suppose anything's a dildo if you're brave enough. Right. Let's light this candle. We ready? No, fuck off. You're in my escape route. She's standing right at the door. I opened the fucking door so I could get out. And she's like, hey, let me just stand here in the fucking door and block you from getting out. Fuck me dead. Okay.
Before the chaos ensues, I tell her hi for me. I have yet to formally meet her. So
have you not?
I haven't. You haven't had me on.
Well, here's an idea. Let's bring her in and light it, and I'll fucking stand out there.
So you're gonna throw the next one under the bus.
She doesn't know. She has no idea. She can only hear me talking, not you. Oh wait, no, she is watching it live though. Actually, Chloe's in bed as well, so I better probably fucking warn her that this might be the end of the house. Anyway, I have no idea what this thing's going to do.
Here we go.
It's the only fucking one I have.
3.
Wait a minute. Should I put it this way up? Would that be helpful?
What side?
You're in the fucking way again.
Hi, Jill.
Hello.
See, I knew she'd hear you.
Hi, Jill.
What
Now
side do you? What side do you
stand
light?
Miles away. Actually, that's a good point.
Don't light the wrong side. What
There's
side
a
do you
round
like?
side?
The,
I don't
the,
fucking know.
the sharp,
I
the
was just given
pointy end
this.
goes in the soil. The other end is the one you light.
I was just given this. I don't know what this does. Like, I have fucking no idea what this does. Not a fucking clue. And it says firework on it.
Okay.
What are
If
the
you got
chances of this?
if you've got it, go. If you've got it, go for it.
Wait a minute.
Enough foreplay.
Says-
Just do it.
No, but hold on now. Okay, right. It does say firework on it. So is that potentially risky?
I guess we're gonna find the fuck out, ain't we?
All right. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold on. This is because if it's going to fucking blow up, I need to be prepared.
This is that Irish cowardice that they're so known for.
Get out of the way! You're going to get blown up. I don't care if you get blown up. I don't want to get fucking blown up.
Please, somebody get Johnny on this fucking stream.
For the benefit of the inquest, I want to
because-
say that I do not condone or approve. So for the inquest jury and the accident investigators, I don't think actually the motorcycle helmet is a great idea.
I am
But,
here.
you know,
I can't hear anything, so I'm. Just
I am
gonna
here
go
as a
for it.
conscientious objector. That's all I am here for. So.
Conscientious objection, my ass. You were just telling me to do it 2 fucking seconds ago.
I'm a conscientious objector to you not doing it. So get it done already.
All right.
So he needs the helmet because that's how fast he's gonna be running the fucking.
I need the helmet because when I run out, I'm gonna have to headbutt her out of the fucking way with it.
Here we go.
Oh, fuck me dead. That is a good one. Oh, there's a bit of smoke.
We're like all waiting for something to happen.
well, he nearly dropped it. Like he nearly sort of threw it on the carpet to set aflame whatever's down there. There you go.
There you go.
Fucking stinks in here. I broke my helmet. Oh, it fucking stinks in here, man. God almighty. Don't try this at home.
To be fair, Demon, it just stinks differently in here now.
That's a fair point. It's a slightly different bad smell in here now. Ah! It's fucking still hot.
What, you're gonna throw the hot thing somewhere else?
Out the window.
Yeah, because there's
Somebody
nothing.
else's problem now.
Because there's nothing flammable out there.
Like grass.
Oh,
summer.
fucking bamboo outside the window. No, that'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, right? That'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Say it enough times and maybe you'll start believing it.
Oh, you know what the fucking crazy thing is? And Lucy can confirm this. I just realized. Is that empty? I think it's pretty. I have literally got a bottle of petrol out there. She's laughing out there because there's literally a bottle of petrol outside the window, isn't it? Can you guys hear her laughing?
What happens if that thing? What happens if that thing sparks back up again?
Then she's gonna get fucking blown up because she's standing right next to the fucking thing, and she's got nowhere to go because there's fucking bamboo behind her. Oh fuck! That's strong. That's a fair fucking point. It hasn't rained here in a while. Ooh, fuck, that stinks. That could be because I shit myself.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
there's no point waiting for rain because apparently that water doesn't put out fire now, according to Tony. That was just a fluke the last time.
Well, at least you didn't try to put it out in water. That was a good one. You've learned your lesson.
No, I just tried to put it out in fucking petrol instead. It worked. Nothing's on fire yet.
Yet.
Did you get it? Oh, it's still hot. That was a good throw, actually. It's gonna fucking see. I just keep throwing it. She keeps going out. She's like a golden retriever. I just throw shit out the window. She goes and gets it. Off she goes. I can hear her out there now rustling. I just threw it out the window. She's like, "What? Oh, wow! I better go get it again." Anyway,
well, I mean, nobody died. No fire
Yet.
departments were called.
Early days.
So that's a success. That's a success.
That's a good start. It's better than the last time. I am getting slowly, but like I could have just not done it. That would have been another option. Or done it outside if I absolutely had to do it. Nothing's on fire yet. Irish Demon 2024. Kind of looks like a tampon applicator. What's a tampon applicator? Is that not just a hand? No. What's I don't know what that is. Like, I thought.
Yeah.
Hold on. You need something that shoots that up there. I can
see you're a very conscientious boyfriend.
What? What would I be applicating? What do you want about? Hold on. If you need something rocket powered to apply a fucking tampon, then you have bigger fucking problems than me. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Maybe that's why you're in this mess in the
You're
first
the
place.
one who brought rocketry into this. Nobody else is talking about rockets.
A rocket propelled tampon. How is that?
It's designed. No, it's designed. It's an applicator. It goes up, and then you pull that out so that the cotton stays inside. Okay, that's what it is.
And then
because trying to push cotton straight up there would be a pain in the ass because it's cotton. So it's an applicator. Go in
your ass, JL.
Motherfucker.
What? It has nothing to do with your ass.
It has nothing to do with rocketry either. I didn't say that. No, the applicator.
I never said it did. Somebody else said it had something to do with rocketry. I had nothing to do with that.
You did. You said rocket power, power.
Hold on a second. Who puts a tampon up their ass? That's called a man.
Nobody. I never said that.
I've used one before. It's a whole other fucking story. That actually is the thing. I swear to fucking God. When you've had a feed of Guinness, you get one or two bad points.
I need to intervene here.
Yeah, Jay, look, he's about to tell you that you don't put a tampon up your ass. Pain in the ass or not, you don't put it up. That's why it's pain in the ass. You shouldn't be in there in the first place.
If there are any potential PhD candidates in the audience, life choices are important.
Yeah, like putting tampons up your ass.
In the later years, you find yourself on a live stream discussing the intricacies of female hygiene products and whether or not they're rocket powered. You may need to reassess many of the choices that you've made, and that's the process I'm going through right now. Like, was it a good idea to respond with a yes at 4 o'clock in the morning to this invitation?
Absolutely not.
I'm seriously.
Like jail, I just trying to understand why jail can sit there and all right, okay, maybe they're not rocket powered, right? Fine, I was wrong. But then you go around and say, "Oh, here's what I know about tampons and why you should put them up your ass." You don't.
I never said that.
You said putting straight up cotton up there would be a pain in the ass. Yeah, I bet it fucking would because it's not meant to be up there.
Meaning difficult. Shut up.
It's like when you went to the doctor, he was like, my asshole really hurts. They're like, why? See, it's all red around the entrance. See, that's the first mistake you made there because that's an exit. Right? So we can both agree we were both a little bit wrong here. Tampons aren't.
No, we can't. No, we
yes,
can't.
We fucking can.
Jay,
that's his line.
Tampons are both not rocket powered and not for anal use. We were both wrong. And definitely not both of those at the same time. That's a fucking disaster waiting to happen. Maybe the rocket power is the extraction method. Make sense?
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
Not
it fucking
at all.
does. Yes,
And-
it fucking does.
Holy fuck.
Look, I
And it's
am
gone.
I am the expert on what fucking can and what fucking can't happen. So
So
stop.
rocket powered tampons are not going to pass the Shark Tank test, is what you're saying to me.
I would suggest that they're not going to get past any test.
No RPTs.
No RBTs. No.
Rocket propelled tampons.
Just like birds, tampons are not rocket powered.
Oh fucking hell! I
See,
don't know,
that's
man.
it.
I just feel
light
like
the front.
can
All
we
set.
at least agree on this, right? There is certainly more use to a rocket powered tampon being put in the right fucking orifice than just a regular one being put up your ass. It's more useful. Now, I'm not saying it's less dangerous. That's not what I'm getting at here at all. I'm just saying in terms of basic usability for its intended purpose.
I don't know. I can imagine that in some cases of rectal bleeding, you might use a tampon up the arse. More than anybody needs a rocket. More than anyone needs any rocketry anywhere near their twinkle.
I
cave.
might have to test this out. I'm just saying.
Leave it to
Get
us.
a fucking rocket. Or how about this is actually a genuine swear to fucking God idea that I had once. And I'm like, okay, probably not a great idea for many reasons. But from a physics standpoint, I could see it actually being usable. You know those wax strips that you use on your legs, Jail?
No.
You know the ones that you use. So there are these wax, the wax things where you go and you wax your asshole.
Yeah,
and your legs and all the rest of it, right?
how you give yourself a Brazilian, yes.
Yeah, all the fucking time. So when I'm waxing my gooch, right, I find trying to get a good clean rip without punching myself in the back of the nuts is really difficult, right? So I'm thinking, go hands free, totally hands free, lift the nuts up, right? And then you just one hand down with a lighter and you light a little fucking rocket. Lay back and leave physics take over. Do you get me?
Tony, this is where we've ended up, Tony.
No, but I'm just saying. But like,
this is where we ended up. Like we've run
Like I
the
say, life choices, and I have to have made a succession of bad ones, really, really bad ones, to have ended up in this conversation.
You think you've made bad choices?
We've run the gamut from nostalgia to rectal bleeding.
Yes.
So
Oisin says physics declines. I beg to differ. I'll fucking test this out live on the air. I don't give a shit. Maybe not in the gooch because that might get
you certainly won't be giving many shits when you've got rockets near your tackle. So
that's actually a fair fucking no, but it would be off in the distance connected to a string. So when it goes up, the rocket is well clear of my gooch before physics takes over. Do you get me?
Okay. Yeah, that's a much.
I might
more
end up
practical
if it's
solution.
too fucking powerful. Then I might end up giving myself a vaginus.
Yeah, it's NASA could really market this, right?
So gooch is your word for taint?
Yeah, the perineum.
Taint your ass, taint your balls.
Yeah, in between the nuts and the butthole.
Yeah, the shit catcher.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, like where the assicle is. You know, the assicle. When you get happy and your assicle wags. Right? Right? What? No? You have so if we're talking top to bottom, right? So you have the cock, the balls, the assicle, and then the ass.
This is where we are.
Right? Any way we can convince you to stop digging?
I'm not digging. I'm just. This is just basic fucking. This is just basic science here. We all have an assicle. Like that's totally normal. We're adults.
This is
We
just
can
basic human
open it.
anatomy. Yes,
We can
assicle being the scientific name for that part of the body. I remember that in anatomy
The
class.
little waggy bit that sticks out and goes like that when you're happy under your nuts. No? Am I the fucking only one that? I think it's perfectly normal to openly talk about your ass.
It's got to be a weird Irish thing, man.
Let everybody in the side chat if you're adult enough. No, not the perineum. It's in the perineum. It sticks out of there. It's the little thing that goes like this when you're happy. Am I the only one that knows about this on this stream? People know what this is. Like, don't bullshit
Fucking
me.
mutant, man.
It's like a little.
I'm just going to let you dig your own grave here, Demon. I've tried saving you a few times by deflecting onto different topics. I'm bereft
I tried
of
to make sure
ideas.
that wasn't a sparkler there. Fuck me.
If you have something waggling in between your legs, you know.
You know what I'm talking about. It's cone shaped.
No, I don't. Because the only thing I can
Yes,
think
you
is that was happening is if you had a fucking tapeworm or something.
No. It's not external. Like it's external. It sticks well out, but it's like part of me. It's not a different creature. The assicle. Look, Google assicle.
Oh,
I am not
this is
going
gonna
on
be,
a watch list for your benefit.
This is going to be in my goddamn search history.
I'm not the only one that knows what an assicle is. Do you remember, like, when I did the fucking live stream when I was in Spain, absolutely pissed as a fucking coot lying down on the bed, teaching people how to give other people enemies.
Okay, so not shockingly, there is an assicle.com.
That I didn't know.
And assicle.
But I'm all about science and education, so.
Assicle, made by women for women. The assicle is a medical grade reusable compress anatomically designed for women to help us recover from childbirth.
No, that's not an assicle, I'm afraid. They've co-opted the name.
All right, so India, what is the assicle? Oh, so this is a Norsman reference. I totally spaced on that. This is a Norsman reference as well. Let's see what else I did. So that little thing that sticks out between the penis and the hole, or the pair, that little thing that wags when you're. So yes, it's a Norsman reference. Okay,
there you go.
Oh yeah. So okay, the context of that was that Orm is not like normal.
The other boys.
That's the context. That Orm is like something is weird is going on down there. That's why nobody knows what he's talking about. That was the context of that.
I wanted to see who out there would have gotten a Norseman reference.
Oh, that show was amazing.
Oh, fucking incredible. Like Norwegian comedy is epic. Like it's so the other one was Lilyhammer. That was another fucking awesome show. What was that guy's name that was in that?
He's a guitarist. He plays with Springsteen's band.
That's right. Fuck me dead. What was his name? That was such a good show.
That was an excellent show.
Very overlooked, but no, it was a great show. And Norsman was right up there. I think it was made by the same people, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yes, she does very well with all the pillaging and the raping.
Yeah,
and
she did
so
really
you really got into it there. Oh yeah, you get kind of excited with it.
Such a funny show. Like it's like I love when they go for your man's stag do. They're like, oh, it's getting kind of late. I think we're going to go to bed. We just got here. Yeah, you know what? It's getting kind of late. I'm going to go. Oh no, I can't come because I got stabbed in the leg. Your leg looks fine. You go. He stabs in the leg. It's like, oh, look, see, there it is again. It's such a fucking. That is a great show. I highly recommend that to anybody who hasn't seen it. Norsman is fucking brilliant. Stephen Van Zandt, that's right. Yeah, he was brilliant in that. It was such a fucking funny. I just absolutely walloped my hand off the table when I did that there. Just so you. Do you remember the time I got bitten by a spider under the table on the live stream?
Yes.
My knee is still fuzzy on that one little spot. I think was it a white back or something?
I thought it was a huntsman.
Or could have been a little huntsman, yeah, a little prick. Ooh, that really fucking hurt my arm. So anyway, that was
You
an
can't even
interesting
quote television shows without hurting yourself.
No, I usually end up fucking at least once a day. I fucking really hurt myself one way or the other. Oh yeah, the spider got fucked up. Hate to break the silence, like, but goddamn.
Well, I'm just scared for the spider. I mean, you know, of the two people involved in that incident. It's
Well, I came
tragic
off the
that
better.
The wrong one. It's tragic.
I came
that
off the
wrong
better.
one.
No, fuck him. Come
Yeah.
into my house and bite me, piece of shit, 8-legged bitch.
No, I think you're using a very anthropocentric viewpoint there. How do you know
Yeah.
it wasn't his house or her house?
Well, I can tell you who was paying the fucking rent. It wasn't him.
Or her, you sexist prick.
It's all the one to me. He's fucking squished now anyway.
Right.
See, at
I
this
won,
point,
basically.
I'm
I won.
reminded by
And
like
he
why
fucking took the first shot.
I'm reminded why we originally started the Beardsmen. Originally the whole intention was to
what
get.
was it?
Originally, the whole intention was to have like the four of us together and talk about current events, things that were going on in the world, and try to bring some levity to big things. And then it slowly but surely descended into utter fucking Irish-born chaos. Is essentially what it kind of mutated into.
Yeah.
But now I was thinking about all the stuff that we used to talk about, and then it would just be like devolve into it.
I remember the first episode.
Tony definitely needs an adult right now. Tony definitely needs an adult.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the one who's being a child.
It's not my fault that you haven't heard of rocket propelled fucking tampons, and it's not my fault that jail puts them in the wrong hole. All right, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm gonna make a fucking fortune off of rocket propelled tampons, RPTs, and you are going to eat your fucking words. That's all I'm saying. Cotton and flammable stuff. Perfect.
Yeah. Well, I seem to recall that our first episode we discussed capital punishment. Wasn't that sort of the topic for?
Yeah, and then it went tits up from there.
And then it went tits up from there.
Like as I said earlier, it was like, hey guys, today we're going to talk about this topic. And again, that was the last fucking time that topic was talked about for that night. It always got a lot of it was me saying something ridiculous, and Johnny on the back will go, wait a fucking minute. And I'm like, hold on, this is gonna go fucking tits up here, and it did every fucking time. But there was some epic moments came out of it. The Sparkler episode, the Yes I Fucking Can, and all the hilarity that came after that. One of my favorite things to do was always like jail would start freaking out and I would do this.
Right.
And then I would see him call me all the fucking arseholes in the background. And what other epic moments were there?
Well, I remember you started doing something about, you know what really pisses me off in your American accent?
Huh?
You did, there was something and you go, and you said, you know what really pisses me off? And then you started sort of repeating it in a more and more egregious American accent. And it went on so long that I had time to say, is it crappy accents? Because that would be
I kind of remember that.
Well, it was one of my.
Can anybody else recall? Because there's a lot of people I'm seeing in the side chat who've been around since the early days of the Beardsmen, and we got up to some shit. Like we really fucking did.
But yep. You know, the sort of each of them was in their moment. There was that time. There was that time where JL went on a rather impassioned discussion of traffic fines in Dallas. Was it Dallas?
It was was that about the toll roads?
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah. That was. Yeah. I was particularly pissed about that shit at the time.
Yes.
So. Oh yeah. There was that time when some asshole sent me a scorpion in a lollipop. There was jail and ghosts. That was fucking
That's what
unbelievable.
led to the yes I fucking can. That was the
exactly.
That was the culmination in that.
And what a common theme of this whole thing was it was so easy to wind you up, like unfucking believably easy. And you would go off on this absolute space cadet rant and we would just be laughing at you for 20 fucking minutes. And I would just keep adding in little fucking things that would drive you crazy and you would fucking lose it.
Sorry.
That's not fucking good enough.
I apologize to the audience for telling Irish Demon to go fuck himself.
That's not uncommon. That was a very common theme as well. Me getting told to go fuck myself.
I believe that came out of all of our mouths at one point or another.
Mine included. Like, definitely, like, look at myself in the mirror after show and go fuck yourself. Why did you fucking nearly burn the house down and try to blame someone else? When it's clearly there for fucking thousands of people to see that you fucking did it. So if my neighbor happened to watch the show, they'd be like, that lying motherfucker. But.
Oh, Tony's muted.
Thank God.
I am. Anyway, I need to step away for a...
Yeah, me too. I gotta fucking go and explain why my house smells like fucking gunpowder again.
All right.
Actually, strangely enough, for the second time this week.
Right.
Exhibit A. It's not very hard to make flash powder, and I'm absolutely no safer for now knowing how to do so.
Why would you do that?
Because I fucking saw it somewhere, and I was like, I gotta do that now.
Because he fucking can.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
I fucking can. And that was only a tiny bit on that. I was like, okay, it's only a little bit. It won't be a big deal. Woof! And the fucking cloud of smoke. I was like, that was a terrible idea. To do it on paper as well probably wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
But I'm still here to tell the fucking story.
You do understand that it is possible to conceive of an action without performing it. So you can have an idea without.
Was that a question or a statement?
It was both. You understand that you don't have to do all the stupid shit that pops into your head?
I understand that. I just find it hard to follow through with that.
Okay. I think the question.
My attitude is like, well, why fucking shouldn't I? And
I think the question was rhetorical.
Why I shouldn't. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. But in any event, just to kind of give you an idea of my mindset is like, why shouldn't I? And then, yes, there are many reasons. The problem is that doesn't come to me till after.
So next up, you're going to mix up some thermite, and you're going to light that in the office, right?
I swear to you, I swear on everything that I hold dear to me, I was literally looking up how to make thermite yesterday because I had a really fucking cool idea of how to fucking play with it.
No, you didn't. You didn't have a good idea on how to play with it.
Okay, maybe not a good idea.
It's an incredibly dangerous idea that you don't have the impulse control to restrain.
I looked up how to make it. It's so fucking easy, man. All it is just aluminium powder and fucking iron oxide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy.
I have all those things. Why wouldn't I fucking make it?
Do you know why they don't do it?
Because they're
because
fucking
it's
boring.
a bad idea.
Because they're boring. My idea was to try to weld things together with it.
There's welding equipment that doesn't involve thermite.
Yeah, that's fucking boring.
Tony,
don't
interrupt his brilliance. We need to see Irish Demon make some thermite and then light it in the office.
No, Irish Demon did try to make some. I had a bit of a fucking scare, shall we say. It wasn't a full-blown incident, but I had a fucking scare because I was following along with the video as I was doing it, not watch the
don't
video
need
first.
to be at the inquest saying, "Yeah, I told him it was a
fucking
bad
told him not to
idea,"
do
and you know.
So basically, you put it into a blender, right?
Don't!
You put all,
Don't!
I know, but right,
For
I'm just
fuck's
saying.
sake!
I should have watched the whole video before I did it, right? I didn't do that. What I did was I fucking copied what he was doing
Why
as
would
he
you
was
bother
doing
to
it.
do research? It's only an explosive. I mean,
I was
what's the worst
researching
that
it, but I
can
was
fucking
doing it
happen?
as I was researching. Fucking thing is, he said, okay, so you just put the aluminum and the fucking rust into a blender and you start mixing up. So I'm like, wee! And then I heard him say, but don't do it too fast because if it gets hot, it'll explode. I was like, oh fuck. So I stopped. It was a good thing that I heard it because I was like, wee! This thing was fucking whipping around in there, about to kill me. Fucking blender blades in my face. And he was like, but make sure you do it slowly in very short bursts. I was like, oh, fucking thanks for telling me now.
Yeah, it would have been his fault. Would have been his fault.
Irish is the kind of guy who will run the nitroglycerin to you.
Right. So like I have half made thermite out there that I'm afraid to open in case it sparks and fucking blows up. So my plan there, I have a burn.
I now on a terrorist watch list.
I have a burn bin out there, right? I have a burn bin out there where I burn like fucking old cut down bamboo and shit. So my plan is light that, have that ready, put on my big leather gloves, run out there with the tub, fuck it in there and run away. And then it's no longer my problem. If it doesn't blow up though, then I'm absolutely fucked. Or else bury it was the other thing.
So your burn bin is rated for 4,500 degrees?
Maybe. We'll find out.
Jesus.
We're going to find out one way or the other. It's in a microwave just in case. It's not plugged in, obviously. It's just, I figure if it blows up or catches fire, there won't be any oxygen in there.
You figured you might as well surround it by potential shrapnel.
So it's rated for 2,500 degrees C, right?
What, the microwave?
Whatever you're putting the thermite in.
Yeah, the fucking microwave. Of course it is. I ate a fucking pie out of there. The middle of that was 2,500 fucking degrees at least. The outside was still frozen, but the inside was hot as fuck. I'm just saying.
So I'm saying, your desk is obviously rated for 2,500 degrees C, so you can just do it in the office.
This is fucked. And another thing that I made that I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with, because I made it without thinking, what am I going to do with this now that I've made it? And I'm genuinely not joking here. I made some napalm.
Why would you do that?
Because we have a load of dry, dead grass out there.
The Irish, and this has become the Irish anarchist cookbook, is what this is. It's like,
yeah, but see, what happened was
you can set fire to grass with a lighter.
No, I know.
Did
but
you do it with gasoline, styrofoam, and orange
gasoline,
concentrate?
styrofoam, diesel, and fertilizer? The fertilizer was just a little bit of a taster that I put in myself. And apparently that's not a good idea because when you mix those together, it makes it get hot by itself. So it's in a 2-liter bottle in my freezer to keep it cool. So every time I take like frozen peas out, I'm like fucking grab them, slam the fucking thing.
I would. I mean, if you're that hard up to see something, see something go up like that, just do the Coke and Mentos thing. It's so much safer.
Have you ever tried to snort cocaine while eating Mentos? It's not easy. I've tried. It doesn't work and nothing blows up.
Do not do any of this. Jesus Christ, you are going to blow yourself or somebody else you love, somebody else you care about. You're going to kill them.
Just put dry ice in a 2-liter bottle.
Well, what I did was I put bleach, a lot of aluminium foil, and a little bit of petrol and diesel into those big water bottles that you have in like an office.
So like the big multi-gallon, yeah.
So out the field out there's a big field, right? So I went out there.
There was a big field.
There was. Now there's a big hole. So no, this I swear to fucking God. So I mixed this fucking thing up, right? And it was really hot outside. And somebody said, cap it off, turn it upside down, and eventually it'll expand and it'll just blow up a little bit, right? No big deal. So I was like, okay, cool, right? So this thing, right? You know the way there's ripples in the bottle?
Right.
They filled out. So I was like, here it fucking goes. Nothing, right? So it was like that for ages. It didn't get any bigger. It didn't explode. I was thinking, well, I should just go over and retrieve it. And then my buddy, who's worse than me, he's in his 60s. He goes out there doing this crazy shit with me all the time. He's like, no. He's like, don't go over, because it could be the very second that you move it is when it fucking blows up. So I was like, that's actually not a bad idea. That's a good point is what I was trying to get at there. So instead we started shooting it with a 22. Missed every single fucking shot because we were pissed. And so we came back the next day. The bottle was gone. A lot of other stuff was gone, and nobody heard it happen. So it was all good. And when I say the bottle was gone, I mean it was gone. Like there was a few traces of it, but like it was gone. Like it was fucking gone.
And like the worst thing I've ever done, what I ever did in my youth, was I put dry ice in a 2-liter bottle. You stick dry ice in a 2-liter bottle and you cap it off, and then you just leave it somewhere. And then like it's barely dangerous. And of course, but the sound is
barely dangerous.
Well, I mean, because you get plastic pieces going everywhere, but it's plastic from a 2-liter bottle, like a 2-liter Coke bottle. And then, but the sound is enormous. It's like it sounds like a bomb going off, but it actually isn't.
Okay, so I have a story. And it concerns JPL, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And one of the early developers, one of the early contributors, was a guy by the name of David Parsons, who's a very interesting chap, who was a huge fan of the most Aleister Crowley. And his sex magic. And he basically started a cult.
I know one. Did they used to wear the paper hats? No.
I don't know if they wore hats, but they had sex parties. Basically, their idea was that you could influence reality by thinking about your project, what you wanted to have happen, while having sex, and that was how they decided they could manipulate reality to their advantage. And like I say, he worked a lot with rocket fuel. He developed a lot of early rocket technology. He was one of the founding figures of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, until he got caught taking plans for, I think, an aircraft that he was going to give to the Israelis. And they arrested him, removed his. Well, they sacked him. Yes, he got scammed by L. Ron Hubbard of Scientology fame, who stole his fortune, and his wife. It turns out, and it turned out, and so he lost his fortune. He was a very wealthy man. He had a good life. He lost his fortune, and eventually he did. And eventually he turned to Hollywood doing explosives for explosive special effects, and eventually blew himself up and died after 6 hours of agony, having blown half his face off. Stay the fuck away from explosives, especially when you're drunk. Don't do drugs and explosives. It's a life lesson. This was a guy who was such an expert in rocket fuel that he helped found JPL, and he killed himself. Don't do it, demon. It's just dangerous. And even
maybe he overthought it because he's an expert. I know jack shit about it, and I've had nothing but, well, no, I've had a few fucked up moments, but like when we blew up that, well, we didn't blow up the shed, we blew up the floor of the shed from underneath.
Great. So you're going to keep on this behavior, like in all seriousness, you're going to keep on escalating until somebody gets seriously hurt. This is how this is working. You're getting a big buzz out of it. It's very exciting. It's cool stories. You're going to keep on escalating until somebody gets badly hurt or you inflict a lot of damage. You have to make a conscious decision not to do this.
I will just say the inflicting damage part, that's been done. Like there is now.
Yes, and you haven't stopped. You haven't stopped. You're going to keep on going.
But it was so worth it. There is now a tractor
It's not
and the
worth
shed
it.
that don't exist anymore because of me and Tim. Like they do not exist at all. They are fucking gone.
Yes, and so the next boundary to step over is when somebody gets seriously injured or killed. That's
I'm
the
faster
next
than Tim, though.
threshold. Pardon?
I am way faster at running than Tim, though. So if it's
Yes,
going to be anybody, it's going to be him.
So it's only going to be your friend who dies. That's not an adequate answer.
He always said he wanted to go out doing what he loved, which is blowing up tractors.
Like, just
and I'm with him.
I can only seriously. This is a substitute. This is your substitute for confronting
intelligence.
pedophiles.
Yeah, I love blowing shit up. Like, all right, so just to explain about the shed real quick, right? So it was a perfectly good shed. There was nothing wrong with it at the time. It had a concrete floor and like a wooden body and steel roof, right? Problem is, here on the farm, we can't use rat poison because we have a lot of rare owls that live in the trees out there. So if you poison the rats, then you fucking eat, they eat the rats and then the owls die as a result, right? So we decided we would shoot the rats, which we have to do every couple of weeks. You have to go out and shoot a few of the big ones. They were getting out of control. We figured out they had all burrowed under the shed. So what we did was we couldn't sit there shooting rats all day because it's about €1 per fucking bullet. So it would have cost us a fortune. We missed most of them. So we got a tank of propane, right? And put the tube down the hole, unwound it, and then we were trying to figure out. So the gas was sitting in there forever because, it couldn't get out anywhere. So we were trying to figure out, we probably should have thought about this before we put the gas down there, because the propane in and of itself wasn't going to kill the rats. You'd have to actually light the thing, right? So we couldn't literally walk up with a lighter and light it. He had the bright idea of a flaming fucking arrow. I was like, all right, fucking, I was like, seriously. I was like, come on, fucking Robin Hood. Like, I mean, you're not going to be able to hit it with a flaming arrow down a fucking rat hole from 100 meters away. So what we did was, I'm dead set serious about how this went down, right? We put a firecracker on a remote control car and we drove it down the hole, right? So we drew a line with a white spray paint from the hole to where we were standing, really far away, at least 6 or 7 feet, and then drove the remote control car down into the hole, but they kept fucking blowing up before they got to the hole. So we were like, shit, we need to figure something out. So we took the fuses out of a load of the firecrackers, daisy chained them together, lit them. But what ended up happening is the remote control car drove over one of the fuses. It got wrapped up in the wheel and it stopped it. So the fucking remote control car blew up. So then we put a steel pin in the ground next to the hole. Thank you. We put a steel pin in the ground next to the hole, tied a string onto the firecracker, down around the steel pin back to where we were, lit the firecracker, and then rolled it in really, really fast. So the firecracker was running along the ground and it went right down the hole and it worked, right? Like it blew up in the hole. There was no like flames or anything like that, but the whole ground under the shed just went like boom, like that. We're like, the whole fucking shed just moved 4 or 5 feet off the ground and back down. So when we opened the shed, the whole floor was up like this, fucking destroyed the concrete slab. But was there a single fucking rat? Not even one. The shed is gone. The tractor's gone. The tractor was a whole other fuck. That was actually a genuine accident. That was a honest to God mistake. Not my mistake. That was his mistake. Do you want to know how he blew up the tractor? This is actually fucking hilarious. This is the last, I promise. So we have, is it Chinese knotweed or Asian knotweed? It's like this really invasive, horrible fucking weed. You have to try pull it all into a big hole. You fill the hole with diesel and petrol and you light it. You have to burn this shit to a crisp. So we dragged it out into the middle of a big field. Like, it was safe in that respect. Dug a hole, dumped all the stuff in. I did not see any dead rats. That's a fair fucking point. They were probably long gone at that point because the gas was down there for quite a while. They probably saw the writing on the wall and fucked off. But anyway, we had fun. So Japanese knotweed, that's it. So he drove the tractor and dragged all this fucking knotweed into the thing, lit it on fire, and only one half of it stayed on fire. The other half of it just didn't go up at all. I reckon the petrol and stuff had kind of gassed off at that point. So he's like, shit, we have no petrol left. So what he decided to do was use the front loader of the tractor to just basically push the on fire stuff up on top of the on fire stuff. But the tractor got bogged down. And then when he moved the knotweed, the fuel underneath literally engulfed the whole fucking tractor. So he jumped out, comes running across the field. I was like, oh, you managed to burn the knotweed? He was like, oh, yeah. It's like, I managed to burn the knotweed, all right, and my 1952 Fordson. And it just fucking went up, man. The back wheel exploded. One of the back wheels just exploded. So then there was black smoke fucking everywhere. That was an absolute disaster. That was a clusterfuck. What a bang, though.
These spectacular.
That was all him, though. I had nothing to do with that. It was my idea, but I didn't do it. He did it.
Okay, so you're
62 years old. He has enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been around a long time. He should have known better than to listen to me.
You know the big thing. If your friend jumps off a cliff, are you going to do it too? Like, just you're enabling one another to do some very dangerous stuff, and it seems like you're intent on escalating until somebody gets hurt. You need to sit down and seriously. I don't need to tell him that. You're there as well. You're the person I'm talking to. So how about,
like, it was my idea. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I didn't say we should do this. I just said this is a way that this could work. Fill the hole up with gas and blow it up. I didn't say that we should actually fucking do it. But when he did say, hey, let's go blow this up, I was like, all right, let's do it.
Okay, I really need to go. You need to seriously sit down and consider a lot of your life choices.
I totally agree.
It seems like you're on an escalating cycle of that was funny, that's exciting. It's going to keep on getting funny and exciting right up until somebody gets killed.
So you're thinking we should cancel tomorrow's angle grinder race?
Anyway, I've got to get going.
All right, Tony. Thanks, buddy.
Yes. Talk to you later.
Hopefully. So the angle grinder race is tomorrow. But it's okay because it's a charity angle grinder race. I did have an angle grinder mishap a couple of weeks ago. That was fucking, and like, that could happen to anybody. You know what I mean? Cards on the table, angle grinder mishap. It just happens. They are a very fucking dangerous power tool. You know what I'm talking about, Jail?
I do, but I've never had a mishap with one.
I've only ever had the one, and that was the other day.
Well, I'm typically not drunk. I'm typically not drunk when I'm using the angle.
I wasn't drunk when I was using it. I was high. No, I wasn't. I was actually. I was fucking. I found an old axe on the farm, really old axe. So I started just giving it a gentle grind. You know what I mean? Just nice and easy. But what I didn't see, and it was coming up beautiful shine on it. It was a beautiful piece of metal, but there was a big burr in the metal that I didn't see, and it just went like that, and the fucking angle grinder just took off. Like, it was gone. And the only thing that stopped it, now I was in a very safe environment. I was wearing, eye protection. I was wearing leather, like thick leather gloves. I had no other clothes on whatsoever because I didn't want to get them dirty. I had underwear on, not mine. And the fucking angle grinder just took off. Like, because that's spinning at what? Fucking 1200 RPM, maybe more?
Yeah, something like that.
Let me tell you one thing. As a vehicle, it is fast. Like, they just fuck right off. Like, they are fast. But because it wasn't a battery powered one, it was a plug-in one. It got to the end of the plug and the plug unplugged. That was scary, man. Like that taught me to be very fucking careful with angle grinders. Like, I mean, like I've used them for years and years and years for different things, but that was a fucking scary. You always see like pictures and stuff of people who use them, you know, in their professional life. So they're using them daily with like a random shard of, you know, angle grinder plate in their safety glasses. So like always wear safety glasses using an angle grinder. Always wear safety glasses when you're blowing up a fucking rat hole. What's the craziest shit you've ever done? Like we both know that he only left so that he could go make Thermite right now. Because he just got that idea. He's like, I am definitely doing that now.
Oh shit. When we were kids and bored in the 90s, I think shooting 22s at Transformers.
Oh fuck. Did you make them
Probably
go boom?
No, never. It never happened, but we did because we were always wondering.
Fucking try it anyway.
We were always wondering what would happen if we did, but you know, nothing ever occurred. I don't know if something could have occurred the way those things were designed because we were kids and we were stupid and we were bored. So it was you know, busting out the 22 and firing it, just walking down like, you know, the street or walking down the alleyway like this, where the because where I lived in Texas, all of the poles and everything where the Transformers are in the alley are reduced or recessed back to the alleyway, the open street area. So we would walk down the alleyway and we would fire at Transformers.
Fucking hell. Like you could have taken out a whole fucking block there. Like you could have put the power down for fucking ever.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know enough about how those things are built. Like what the I mean, I know what function they serve, but I don't know like how they're built inside. Like if that's a movie thing or if that's like, you know, just like because you've got ground ones. You got ones on the ground that if you took them out with a car, you could take out like an entire block or even more. But the ones that are up on light poles, I honestly don't know what would happen or if it even could happen.
They're much like lower power level than those huge Transformers on the ground. Monkey in the Works, thanks for gifting 10 memberships. Road no last name. Aniceta Maldonado, Danny Wagner, Tenebrosui. I hope I said that right. AJ, Discussion Salon, Johnny223, Jess, Ravenstorm, and Carla Marie were all gifted memberships. Thank you so much for that one. Really do appreciate that. We used to overload electronic capacitors until they exploded, but that's dodgy as shit. That sounds fucking dodgy.
Really back when that was like when I was like 12 and 13. So it was like back.
How were you 12 and 13?
No, 12. Like the years.
Was it like exactly on midnight of your birthday?
Shut up. So, but it was back when I was young, probably 1992, 1993. We used to do that shit. We did it more than once. So, yeah, it was when I was young and stupid. You know, it's pretty much it. Just, you know, doing shit
just old and stupid.
Now I'm just old and stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I've done some crazy shit over the years. I generally behave myself, although I did make a fucking stupid purchase I bought a bit of a crazy car. So, you know, my BMW, I still have it, like the BMW M Sport. It's a fucking weapon. Don't get me wrong. It is a weapon. So I bought a car that's half the weight of it, but twice the power. And it sounds fucking insane. I got a Golf GTI, but it's the 5 Series Edition 30. And it's all mapped. There's a whole load of crazy shit done to it. And it's 490 brake horsepower in a car that weighs the same as a Coke can. The fucking thing's insane. It's absolutely like, it's ridiculous. I picked my mom up in it the other day to take my mom and dad to the hospital, the airport. She was like, why the fuck did you buy this little thing? I was like, you'll see, ma'am. You'll see. Get in. I was like, and she was screaming. She was like, slow down, slow down. I was like, ma'am, I'm doing the fucking speed limit. Yeah, the fucking speed limit for the Autobahn. Fucking bombing it. Oh, what a car, though. So much fun. Wearing safety glasses makes all the difference. Lindy Lou for $2 Aussie. Totally agree. Like, genuinely, I won't use a power tool other than like a drill or a fucking, you know, an impact driver or something to put a screw in a wall. I wouldn't go out of my way to wear safety. I probably should. Do you know what I mean? Like, but you used to use power tools a lot in your last job, didn't you? Like, when
Oh,
you're
yeah.
doing maintenance and all that stuff. And you know, you it's very easy to become complacent. So we
You
get the
get
messages
I
on.
admit I had the really bad habit. I had the really bad habit of not wearing my safety glasses, just relying on my normal glasses. You just get into that bad habit. I had some bad habits when you, because you get, like
we
I said,
all do.
once you've done it once you've been doing it for years and you're like this, but even then, like years in, I know what I'm doing. I know how to handle these things. I have forgot to put my safety glass on. I've used my normal glasses and I've had something pop up, catch me in the face or catch me in the eye.
It'll get you.
Always, it was just like, what? And then you think to yourself, why am I not wearing them? Oh, duh. And then the next time you do it, you forget to wear them again. So it's
exactly.
Yeah.
And like there's the odd time where, you know, I might need to just tidy up something with the angle grinder. Like, you know, like I was building a fence out there a couple of weeks ago and fucking screws were too long. Way too long. I was like, bollocks. And there was nowhere to get screws because I live in the middle of fucking nowhere and it was a Sunday. There was nowhere to get screws, but I had to get this fence up. So I was just going around with the angle grinder, just nipping the ends of the screws. Like it was a quick, you know, and you're kind of like, it's just a quick thing until one of the fucking screw ends just went straight past my head. I was like, okay, I'm going to get my fucking glasses right now. Fuck this. So you do learn, but sometimes you learn the hard way. Demon Sister for $10 says, if you have the shits, a tampon up your arse might be helpful. Not if you get them like I do, because then you're definitely getting a rocket power
that's
tampon.
another one where your asshole turned into a Japanese flag. I remember that.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the other one was instead of Jap's eye, because that's racist, we call it a cock nostril. So there you go. Demon Sister for $5 says, can I be there for the launch? I don't know if you're going to want to see that. Me generating my own vaginas.
I've never heard.
You mean you have
I've never heard that before.
What, a vaginas?
No, the one that you can't use because it's the eye. You call it. I've never heard that before.
You've never heard the term Japs? Maybe that's just an Irish and English thing. What do you guys call it over there then? Your dick hole?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, dick hole works.
I think cock nostril is better. Cock nostril is better than Jap's eye because that's just straight up
your
racist.
one-eyed trouser snake.
Yeah, my serpent. Angel Gamer for $2 says, you mean you have a skin tag on your gooch? No, skin tags don't wag. It's more like a tail. Demon Sister for $10 says, every conversation with Irish Demon ends up talking about his bollocks. That's because people keep pointing out, oh, look at your huge bollocks. Oh.
I've never been privy to that ever.
You almost were.
Well, it's always you bringing them up.
Not always. Most of the time, yeah, but not always. You were almost privy to my bollocks tonight because I was about to fucking go get me a tampon and a rocket and let's light this candle and see what happens. Today on Shark Tank, Dragon's Den. See that arsehole that fucking Tony was talking about? The fella that was shagging people's wives and lost all his fortune and all that. If he had used his rocketry genius to make rocket-propelled tampons, maybe this wouldn't have happened to him. Mr. Binglesworth for $5 says, in a controlled environment, they can be used for wells. That's absolutely true. That's an absolute fact. That thermite is used for wells. Probably not in the way that I was going to do it, to be fair. But, you know, this is how science happens. I suppose I'm just guessing Tony would say, but yeah, actual scientists have already done that science, so you don't need to discover fucking thermite because it's already been done. Like, I don't need to discover, you know what I'm saying?
You know what it does. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
As much as I am curious to see you make it and then do something with it, as curious as I am to see that, I do side with Tony in the please don't blow yourself up or burn yourself up or set fire to a good portion of Ireland, because I haven't seen the country yet, and I'd like to see it before you get done with it.
I think when I get done with it, you'll be able to see it from fucking space. But no, we haven't had any major incidents yet. I think maybe I should quit while I'm ahead and just leave Tim do the stupid shit, and I'll watch from the roof.
actually, speaking of blowing shit up, because I feel like we're winding to the end. I just want to get your quick opinion right now. Something that's recently come across my desk. So you're familiar with how religious people always talk about the end of the world, how the end of days is coming, and blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. So currently, the most recent prediction that I've heard come across is August 8th. August 8th this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the end times, Judgment Day, whatever like this. Because and the way their mind thinks is this 8-8, so it'd be August 8th, 2024. 24 is 8 times 3, 3 8s, and it's just like this gematria thing that they got going on. Nonetheless, but that's the current prediction. Now that's on that side. When current events, the stuff that's going on between Iran and Israel right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that the U.S. is deploying our battle fleet to that area.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Well, a lot of people might not know this, but I spend a lot of time tracking wars and who's doing what where. So, for example, the other day, Israel struck inside. Where did they hit? They've been hitting Yemen for fucking years. But wow, damn it! Lebanon.
You talking about this most recent one?
Yeah, about 2 days ago, they fired rockets into Lebanon. The thing with the Iran situation, Iran, although they are a huge military in terms of numbers, and they do have a certain level of capability, there's no question about it. They know full well they don't have the capability to go up against the United States, NATO, especially while their big international allies are deep in war as it is. Obviously, Russia being one of the main ones, China being on the verge of war with Taiwan. I don't think that Iran in and of themselves are going to make a big enough move towards full-scale war because they'd be wiped out. They know full well they'd be wiped out. Will they take some fuckers down with them as they go? Maybe, but probably not. We've seen from recent events, they don't have a really good track record with their missiles. Every single one of them was either blown out of the sky or fucking crashed on their own soil when they attacked Israel that time. The thing about it is the Patriot missile systems and the Iron Dome missile systems and general missile defense technologies that they have, they've only got so many rockets. They've only got so many rounds of ammunition, and it's a lot of them. But they could be massively overwhelmed. If Israel was attacked by Iran, rockets being fired from Yemen, Palestine, and God knows who else would jump in on that foray, they're not going to be able to block them all. And their intercontinental ballistic missile interception technology, while it's good, it's not good enough to block, 5 or 6 different thermonuclear warheads, including all of the decoys that are fired. Something's going to get through the net. But then Iran know that if they did do that, they'd be fucking wiped out. I think it's flexing like it was when the US 2 years ago went into the Straits of Hormuz with a massive carrier fleet when the Iranians were sending out all those small boats to kind of attack and harass ships. The US sent a carrier fleet. They're like, okay, we're going to throw up a few fucking F-18s here and start blowing you fuckers up if you don't stop. And they did, and that was the end of it. But I couldn't see Iran going too far. It's the people around Iran that might be the issue.
So it's interesting, given Iran's rhetoric as to like what they're saying to the press and everything, that their retaliation will be swift and will make maybe it's all bluster. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think do you think it's possible that
Absolutely.
something big could happen?
Oh, for sure. I remember sitting right here. Why was it? No, sorry, I was just eating chocolate. 2.5 years ago, when Russia were massed on the border of Ukraine, and myself and a few other commentators said they are going to invade. Oh, no. It's the same shit they did before. Mass on the border to freak everyone out, to show they can do it. I said, I'm fucking telling you. I looked at the weather report, the weather forecast for the next 3 or 4 days after that point in eastern Ukraine. Absolutely freezing. I was like, they are going to invade in the next 2 or 3 days, at least, if not already started, while the ground is hard. Because if they don't, it'll be a mud fest. And Russia relies on heavy tanks. They rely on swift troop movement. They don't have a really good integrated battle system like the States have. When the US go into war, you have men on the ground, you have drones in the air, you have satellites, you have, spy planes up there, you have massive close air support, you have massive distance air support, and artillery. So they have an incredibly combined system. That's why they're so good in the battlefield. Russians, they don't have that. They just don't have the infrastructure for it. So they got to get fucking boots on the ground and tanks fucking blasting their way through countryside. I told everybody they're going to do it. I remember this side chat, the vast majority were like, no, they won't do it. Woke up the next morning to bombs being dropped on Kiev. I was like, I fucking told you. People are saying the same about Iran. No, they can't do it. They can't do it. Yes, they fucking can if they want to. Will they lose? Of course they fucking will. Doesn't mean they're not going to give it a good shot, because they don't have to have a more powerful military. They don't have to have a winning hand. They have to have the ability to do enough damage to put people off going to war with them. It's mutually assured destruction. I could see them using a tactical nuclear weapon rather than a large scale nuclear weapon. It's basically a shrunk down nuclear weapon. That's kind of like a major warning, but you could take out a whole battle group with that. You could take out, a carrier fleet with that, with one weapon. But either way, it could end up in an absolutely massive shit show. As Lindy Lou says here for 10 Aussie bucks, war, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. I mean, you think about the amount of people who've died in Ukraine, just Ukraine alone.
Yeah.
Not to mention Palestine and Israel and Russia. There's innocent people dying in Russia too. You know what I mean? People forget about that. I watched a video and I firmly back the Ukraine. I know they have their problems and historically they've had issues that I probably don't agree with, but I saw a video the other day of a Russian fire truck responding to a car that got hit by a stray missile being blown up by a drone. Why? It's a fire truck. You know what I mean? Just knocking down infrastructure as part of war. You blow up a fucking grain silo because it's part of war. You're going to take out a few farmers with it too. It's the horror of war. It's absolutely brutal. I think people glorify it too much. Like I noticed, like in the States and in the UK, there is a lot of glorifying war. And I mean that here in Ireland too, because the movies we watch, like we are the strong side. We always have been the strong side, the Western world. We've had the money, we've had the infrastructure, biggest military spending of anyone. So it's easy for us to puff out and just go, we're good at war, until we're not. Until until China comes out with hypersonic fucking missiles, which they have, the Hwasongs and all that, those kind of the storm dragons. That would fuck a lot of us up before the US would be able to respond. Because let's face it, it's going to take the US to fight back. We haven't got a fucking hope. We don't have a single fighter jet in this country. Not even one.
Hell.
Anyway, Demon Sister says, see, quit while I'm ahead. Bollocks talk. I always think ahead.
Well, I was kind of curious because as far as like big events going on globally wise, I was, that's a thing that's currently going on. I'm kind of curious as to your take being over there in Ireland, because here in the US, it's it's very much of that mentality. People don't often, it's out of sight, out of mind. People don't worry about it until we actually see it. So I'm kind of curious to, what people's thoughts are as to what might happen. I hope nothing untoward happens. I hope it's a bunch of, political blustering and, whatever, but you never know. We got a lot of crazy people out there. So,
and I mean, to add to that as well, you have to remember, you have the major industries in the world: oil, gold, and war. Realistically, they're the three pillars of the financial world. So, in terms of the US, how much is one modern, whatever class aircraft carrier? Well over $1 billion, maybe 2-3 billion per carrier, maybe more. And so you have to justify having those too. Like, oh, Iran are fucking around, are they? All right, let's send a carrier fleet over there, show them what we're fucking made of. And that's all part of it. It's all part of, you have to keep up. You have to keep up your influence. It's the same as anything. Like, I mean, it's like if a guy kept coming around to my house intimidating me, let's say, he's going, I'm going to fuck you up or whatever, but he never actually does it. And he's not going to do it because he's a pussy. But then the next time, one day he comes along and you stand there with a shotgun and go, well, fucking do it then. It's your last chance. Come back here again. I'll use this fucking thing. He's not going to come back again for a while. But eventually it's like the boy who cries wolf. He's going to know, you're not going to use that fucking thing until you do.
Right.
And then he's fucked and you're fucked. And then everybody's fucked because his buddies come back shooting at you. You know what I mean? It's just keeping that balance. And I'm okay with that. Send your carriers, whatever, do what you got to do. Fucking send your Russian bear bombers up around Scotland to see how quick the typhoons can get up to you. You know how fast they'll get up to you. You know they'll whip you out of the sky. They use a Meteor 2 missile. They'll fucking blow you out of the sky from 120 miles away. They don't even need to be in the same country. He could shoot that thing from the northern tip of Wales and hit your ass in Scotland. And there's fuck all you could do about it because that missile you're not getting away from in a propeller-driven bomber. You know what I mean? And they know that. The Russians know that, but it's all about testing each other constantly.
Well,
so but point being, I think it's going to be another one of these big tests of each other's metal. But as you said, it takes one wanker to fuck up and go, right, I'm hitting the button, fuck you, and that's it.
Right.
But I don't see it happening. If it didn't happen during the Cuban Missile Crisis, it's highly unlikely it's going to happen now. You wouldn't remember. You would have remembered the end of the Cold War, right? You would have been very.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember doing a report on the fall of the Soviet Union.
Mm-hmm. So, like during the Cold War, we never came closer to nuclear war in our world's history than Cuban Missile Crisis was a huge part. There's a few other occasions where we came very close, but even now, with the proliferation of nuclear weapons being a lot higher than it was back then. Actually, to be fair, the former Soviet Union, Russia as it is now, have less nukes than they had back then, but they have way more powerful, better ones, like the Tsar bomber. That thing's a fucking beast. I mean, that it's actually unimaginable the damage that something like that can do. But I'm ready for it. I got a big fucking hole under a shed that I can hide in now. And a load of dead rats to eat.
Night Noodler says the Irish have the giant potato gun with those plutonium-tipped potatoes.
Fucking dead right we do. And we're not afraid to use them.
Well, that was that was I know we're like at the 3 hour mark, so I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed.
But I figured we'd go off on a really solid, point, a real downer of a point, make people thinking that. But I've had that was
everybody's
pretty much
like, yay, sparklers! How do we get from sparklers to fucking nuclear weapons? By blowing up rats.
To potentially World War III.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah! Oh, it would be under no illusion, folks. Take this from somebody who I'm big into this kind of thing. It's something I research a lot, probably way more than I should. We are already in World War III. That already started. We're at the point now where during World War II, Russia was massed up on the borders of Poland. We're at that point. We'll look back on this point in time that we find ourselves in right now. If all goes wrong, in 50 years' time, we look back and go, that was the pivotal point, not the invasion of Ukraine. That was a bit of the invasion of Ukraine is so like the invasion of France by the Germans in World War II. It's so like it.
That's essentially the kicking off point of World War II was the invasion of France.
And we left it go. We're like, okay, we're going to let that slide, but no more. And then they said, well, fuck you, we're taking Poland as well. And we go, all right, that's too much. We're not having
So
that.
was it the invasion of Poland or the invasion of France?
Oh, the invasion of Poland was the real kicker. That's
just
when,
like there was a lot of events that led up to the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand in
oh,
for
yeah,
World War One. But it was
like
it was the shot that kicked off World War One.
Absolutely. It was the shot heard around the world. That was the thing that really kicked it off. Right now, we're in such a precarious position. We have North Korea are more powerful now than they've ever been. They have an influx of weapons and money from Russia and China and other places as well. Iran, they've just taken delivery of a huge amount of Iranian missile defense weapons, something that North Korea has right now and have had in place for decades now. They have tens of thousands of conventional weapons pointed at South Korea, i.e. long range, like mortars and long range artillery. The thing about that is it's not very easy, but it's relatively easy to shoot a missile out of the sky. Shooting an artillery round out of the sky is next to impossible. So when you've tens of thousands of them raining down, that's going to do as much damage as any fucking nuke in the world. That's why you can't fuck with North Korea, because you'll never take them out fast enough. There'd be a lot of people killed. Like, can you imagine 10,000 artillery pieces pointed at Seoul? Yeah. I think the second most densely populated place on Earth, and not a huge place. And you could level that with 10,000 artillery pieces. You don't need a nuke, and he has them anyway. So they'd have to take out all of those artillery pieces and nukes. Not a hope. And that's mutually assured destruction. That's me standing at my doorstep with my shotgun and you standing at yours with your shotgun. And if you fuck with me, my buddies will come with their shotguns and yours will come with theirs. That's what this all is. So there you go.
Sparklers of mass destruction.
Sparklers of mass destruction. SMDs. SMDs nuts. Anyway.
That's what you haven't been doing lately. You haven't been doing your Trump impersonation lately, because you made me think of Kim. You made me think of Kim Jong Un, and then
the Rocket Man thing, Rocket Man. I fucking that was fucking.
But you used to do the Trump thing all the time, and now we have the situation going on in the States right now. You're not doing any Trump. You're not doing any of that. So.
I was going to talk about the whole Trump thing, but I was like, you know what? People are too fucking psychotic when it comes to politics.
It's bad over here. It's like really
you can't
even
bad. Make a fucking joke anymore. It's like I'm like, it's a basic enough, like Trump getting shot, right? Like that was an absolute.
Did he though?
Oh, he did get shot. There's absolutely no question about it. He
got hit by shrapnel. He got hit by shrapnel.
No, he fought from what?
From the shattered teleprompter that we saw a picture of that was standing in front of him. That's what caught him in the ear. That's why when he was later, like the very next day, when he was out and about and playing golf, he didn't have a bandage on his ear and like that. That's why he was all cleaned up, because he was caught by shrapnel from the teleprompter.
I'll fact check that.
Then he didn't show up with a bandage on his ear until the RNC.
I mean, the bandage was fucking ridiculous looking.
The maxi pad on his ear.
Now, I will say this. A friend of mine literally had the very tip of his ear bitten off the other night when he was out drinking. And like they had this big ass bandage on there with a big fucking thing around it, like genuinely, like, you know, even as Donald Trump says, you know, there's a lot of blood in the air. Like a lot of blood comes out of the air. I didn't know that there's so much blood. And like,
and it's like the best blood ever. It's like the absolute best. My doctor said I bleed the absolute best.
They said, Mr. Trump, I've never seen blood like this before. It's made of solid gold. But like, either way, right? Let's say he was hit by a bullet or he's hit by shrapnel. Either way, somebody climbed up on a roof and started shooting at him to kill him. That's wrong. I don't give a fuck who he is. That's wrong. And the fact that innocent people were shot in the background and killed and horribly injured, it's fucking wrong. And they say, like, look at Joe Biden. I don't care what political stance somebody has. It matters not to me. I don't give a fuck. I just think the next episode, you know, the season finale of America is going to be fucking epic when Trump inevitably gets elected. Because let's face it, he's going to fucking win the next election.
Nah,
Kamala Harris is
Well, it's anybody's
Kamala
game.
Harris is a cunt.
Hang on a sec.
She's an absolute arsehole.
I am not calling the election right now.
I am.
I'm not going to call it because it's still at this point right now because Kamala, she's not even the official nominee just yet. So it was like it's still. I'm going to wait for things to play out. I'm not going to call it after the insanity that was 2016.
That's a fair point.
Okay,
And the last election.
I don't know how it's going to play out, but I will say this: it's not about Trump or Kamala this election. This is not what it's about.
Mhm.
This election is about ideology.
Oh, 100%.
And
Absolutely.
Trump, this whole like orange man bad or man. Okay, Trump is a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. And
Orange
he's a fucking
man
idiot, and he's a fucking idiot. That's what it comes down to. But that's irrelevant. Trump is a puppet.
I agree.
Trump is a puppet, and there are forces in this nation that are greater than him that have their hand jammed firmly up his ass.
Absolutely.
Hanging over the thing so he do whatever. That's what Trump is.
Yep. It's the exact same with Joe Biden. Like,
if Trump gets elected, that's the season finale. That's the season finale.
Oh, yeah.
If he gets elected, then you can pretty much
Can
guarantee
we all agree,
I'm not going to
though?
stay in this country.
Ideology and politics aside, can we all agree that Joe Biden is fucked?
But Joe Biden's old as shit. Joe Biden was supposed to be a one. Biden was supposed to be a one-term president anyway.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So when he announced that he was going to stay in the race, we were all kind of like, "What?" And then he backed down. He was like, "Okay, great." So, but either way, it doesn't matter because I don't care who the blue candidate is.
Makes no difference.
Only
It's
that
ideology.
Only that the GOP can. I don't even care if it's Trump or not. They could fucking kick Trump out and put JD Vance up there or somebody whoever. I don't care. We cannot allow the powers that be that want to put forward 2025 with shit like eliminating Schedule F and all the other shit that goes along with that. We cannot allow that to come into power because if it does, that is the end of democracy. Flat out. Okay? The hints are there. When Trump gets up there and says, vote for me, we'll fix it. You'll never have to vote again. That is a hint. There are hints all over the place. The objective
we're
is
kind
to
of heading for autocracy in that respect.
The objective is to turn America into a theocratic autocracy. That is the goal. If you have watched The Handmaid's Tale, that is literally 10 shades lighter than what these people want to turn America into. They want to turn it into Gilead. Okay, that is what it is, and that's
I've
what
never
we're
actually
facing.
seen The Handmaid's Tale. I gotta watch that.
It's fucking horrifying. It's beyond horrifying. It's the objective is not Trump. Screw Trump. The objective is for this group to put forward this agenda in order to make the executive branch of the U.S. government undisputed. Okay, no checks and balances. There is no checks and balances for the executive branch that they pretty much lord over the judiciary and the legislative. Okay, that they pretty much have the run of the mill of what they want to do. All government, pretty much the 50,000 some odd merit-based positions here in America will be turned into political appointees. That's the removal of Schedule F. That means you have the entirety of the working government walking lockstep or goose-stepping right behind the president because those people won't have jobs unless they pass the whole I guess whatever test they would have to say to determine that you are a loyalist. So a government full of loyalists walking goose-stepping right behind the president, and the president cannot be held in check by the judiciary or the legislative branch. And then all you need to do is you then have 4 years to nickel and dime Congress to the point now that the president is completely immune, is presumptively immune for any action done as an official act. Then all he has to do is declare certain individuals to be clear and present dangers to democracy and national security, and he can have them shipped off to Guantanamo. Okay, and then slowly but surely, as each domino drops, the next one becomes easier. I wish this was conspiratorial thinking, but if you've gone through the 900 some odd pages of what the Heritage Foundation put out of Project 2025, if you've gone through them, it gets fucking insane. It is madness. So that's it. And I'm sorry, Logan Sandman, as much as I love you, as long as you've been around, this is not projection by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, they already tried to remove Schedule F during Trump's initial term, but it got shut down because they didn't have the time to set it up, to like literally get it to where it would be successful. They just tried to drop it on there, and it got shut down quick. Now they've got ample time to plan, and it'll be Trump's last term, and everybody knows a president's last term is when you do all your Hail Mary shit. Okay? One by one, that's the point. The whole point is to essentially turn the office of the presidency into what it basically equates to a king or an emperor.
So like a new Napoleon kind of thing.
So, and if people are not familiar enough with history to see that these are how these things happen, we are going right back to 1939. Okay, this is 1938, 1939 all over again, piece by piece, bit by bit, and they let it happen. We again are letting it happen. We are allowing it to happen. So we can't. I don't care who is in the blue seat. I don't care who's in the red seat. Okay? Don't split your vote. Vote blue, and then we'll clean up the rest after we ensure that we have saved democracy this go round. Okay? We got to get past this one so that we can salvage democracy and ensure that we don't turn into a theocratic autocracy. Because if that happens, I'm leaving. I'm not staying in this country. I'm going to Canada, probably. I'm probably immigrating. I'm going somewhere. I don't care where.
What if they invade Canada, though? You never know. Then you're fucked.
That would. I guess I
you gotta start fucking swimming.
I can just keep
I've
going.
got a nice
north.
hole under a shed here that you can hide in.
Okay,
anyway,
so
I better get to bed.
I understand gaming with both hands is, and there's the Hitler reference. Okay, yes, Godwin's law does apply on this particular one, but here's the problem. Yes, the Godwin's law can apply to internet conversations, but here's the issue. When you see the steps that are being taken by the Heritage Foundation, when you see the steps that are being taken by essentially the steps that are going in this route, the people are being put into place in order to affect this change more efficiently. Okay? If you compare it historically, it's not just 1939, pre-war Germany. That's just the earliest. That's the earliest we can go back where we can see that happening, where it was where it was largely evident. We could go back in history and see this stuff going on all the way back to the Roman Empire. Okay, only if I reference the Roman Empire, what happened with the triumvirate, people are not going to be as as versed on that. Okay, but World War II, sure, it's only 90 years out. So really, it makes more sense to reference it because the same things are happening. I understand the whole Godwin's law thing, but in this one, it's a historical reference that is legitimately happening again. So that's pretty much it.
And on that literal bombshell, I gotta get out of here because it's fucking coming up on 2:00. Jail, thanks as always, man.
Always.
We definitely got to do this again.
But yeah.
No,
the politics thing is getting scary over here. I don't know. I know the whole Brexit thing was wild and crazy over there, and I know you got your own shit with Ireland's got its own shit with England going on like this. But for the first time in my life, the legitimate at-home politics are getting quite freaky. So,
and what happens in the US kind of comes. We're all downwind of that either way.
Yeah, exactly. Shit rolls down.
When I hear people whinging about oh, why are these foreign people concerning themselves with American politics? Well, because it affects all of us. That's why. Anyway, Jail, thanks so much, my friend. I got to get my sexy little ass off to bed, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Good night, everybody. Sláinte. Peace.